Warning, what you are about to see may cause laughter, excitement, or arousal. Please proceed with caution.
Get ready for Courtney, she's on her way. Prepare for the best time, the night turns to day. We are hyped up and ready, can't sit still. The most fun's about to start, let's feel the thrill. Courtney's coming, we'll be dancing all night. Laughter and joy is gonna be so right. When Courtney's here, everything's so bright. Get ready, cause Courtney's the highlight. Soon we'll be laughing, every worry gone. With her by our side, we will always have fun. Get ready, cause Courtney's the highlight. Every worry gone. With her by our side, we will always have fun. The excitement's building, let the party begin. When Courtney's here, we can't help but grin. Courtney's coming, we'll be dancing all night. Laughter and joy is gonna be so right. When Courtney's here, everything's so bright. Get ready, cause Courtney's the highlight. Courtney's coming, we'll be dancing all night. Laughter and joy is gonna be so right. When Courtney's here, everything's so bright. Get ready, cause Courtney's the highlight. Get ready, cause Courtney's the highlight. Soon we'll be laughing, every worry gone. With her by our side, we will always have fun. When Courtney's here, everything's so bright. Get ready, cause Courtney's the highlight.
Hello. Oh no. Of course, Penelope's having a coughing fit right now. Nope, she's done. All right. Hello.
What are my orders?
All right. Well, I hope everything sounds okay. We're trying out oh my God, Darth Vader. Come on, get it together, please. I'm trying out the mic again, the one that I used to use quite often. And I have to say, holy smokes. The hoops you have to jump to get StreamYard to understand what microphone you want to use for your sound. It's insane. It's absolutely, hold on a second. There we go. It's absolutely insane. I had to disable all other microphones. Like I had to disable the mic that is on my camera. I had to disable the mic that's on my earbuds, everything. Anything that could potentially have a microphone, I had to disable all of that in my computer in order to get StreamYard to understand that this was the microphone. It didn't even matter that I set this as the default microphone. Nope. Didn't matter that the other one was unplugged. It didn't matter. Nothing. No. So StreamYard, I fucking hate StreamYard. And now this better sound okay. Because if it doesn't, I might go insane. I might go insane. Anyway, hello. Hi. That's been my morning. I hope you can't hear Penelope. She's having minor coughing issues. Not as bad as yesterday, or whatever day. What day was it? Monday. Hello. Hi. Chris is here. Hello, Chris. Hello. Hi, push-ups. My boobs say hello as well. And Tommy, hello. Am I having a great day? I don't know. Actually, it's fine. Penelope's medication started kicking in yesterday, and I was all excited, except for some reason at nighttime, they didn't want to work. So we were not sleeping a lot last night. And I finally got some rest and then was like, oh shit, I have like an hour and a half until I'm supposed to be streaming. guess I better get ready. So there's that. Hold on a second. This, nope. Wow. Nope. There we go. The green screen situation is having a problem. Nope. All right, there we go. Yep, okay. So yeah, so she most likely, I mean, I thought that I was going to be able to reduce her medication because it said to give it every 6 to 12 hours as needed. And I was like, every 6 hours, boom, 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 like 8 p.m., 2 a.m., 8 a.m., 2 p.m., just. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll give her some tonight. And then she'll probably just sleep through the night and I won't have to worry about it until 8 in the morning. Nope. I was wrong. Oh, well. Woo! Just douse myself in some coffee. No big deal. All right. So let's get down to business or whatever. I don't know. Do we even care what the hell is going on here anymore? Are we just fucking around? Just trying to ignore our responsibilities throughout the day because I'm here on the interwebs right now. I think that's what that should be the theme of this channel, is that we're just ignoring any responsibilities that we have, so that we can just have a good time, you know? All right. Don't hate me, but if I do enlarge my screen, that Playboy pic looks like Obama. That's Michaeline. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something here because we're gonna have to. Sorry for all the. I have this fan blasting, and I swear it like makes my nose really runny. What was I doing? I already forgot. Where is the picture of Michaeline? Michaeline, I just want the picture. There it is. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I don't need to crop it. We're just gonna. Like, who cares? We're the point of this is. If it's minimized, you can't tell. Well, here's the thing. We're still gonna take a moment and look at this, right? Because we all need to admire Michaeline. We all need to consider what a gem this lady is. Look at that. Look at Michaeline. Look at her. Mickey, who is also AARP Podcaster of the Year, thanks to Jake Hudson. I might. Do I have a copy of that one? I don't think I do. Look at this. Look at this gem. You're going to tell me that looks like Barack Obama? Don't do drugs, folks. Mickey is awesome and I love her to death. See? Exactly. So what do you think I should just take down the pictures of the dogs and just have like a bigger photo of Michaeline? Is that what I need to do? I'm like slurring my words again. Ooh. What, is she drunk? It's only 11 a.m. here. Obama is very feminine. Well, I don't know how pretty of a woman he would make, though. I forgot. Here's the thing. We're just gonna read Ted. Yeah, I'm asking. You tell me what we're doing. Fucking what the hell? You know what? I gotta go back to bed. I can't talk. I don't even know what's going on. That's actually the big bummer about what's been going on this week is that I really wanted to, keep up with a somewhat of a streaming schedule of sorts. And I swear to Christ, Penelope got sick and I forgot everything. I'm like, I don't even know. Do I even have a YouTube channel? Like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Like, somebody help. Telling you, I need an assistant. How do I, let's see here. How do I present this as some type of college credit, intern, unpaid internship, some type of something to get an intern that I don't have to pay because hey man, I don't even get paid. So good luck to you. One of those. Shit, I just realized I forgot to take my meds today. This is explaining a lot. Well, you guys get to see what it's like for somebody with severe ADHD who's unmedicated, how they operate. You might notice it's not that different from when they do have their medication. So there's that. At least for me, it's hard to tell sometimes. And I don't think I took I took some meds yesterday, but not the full dose. So we're really on a downward spiral today. This is great. And this lack of sleep for the last 5 days. It's really good. Little cherry on top there. You should take the meds. I mean, here's the deal. I survived without them for 33 years. 30, wait. I don't remember how long. But yeah, over 30 years. So, an extra day or two without them. That ain't shit. All you're going to see is just me acting kind of dumb, basically. I'm just going to look like fucking stupid. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. If it was a big deal, it wouldn't be as difficult as it is for me to get my fucking medication every month. That's the truth. Yeah, they would be working a lot harder at making sure that I was properly medicated if it mattered. But it doesn't. The way I look at it the way that I look at taking my medication, it's the same what's the word? It's the same it's just wow. Yeah. It's similar to somebody who has the choice to eat healthy and exercise versus not. You go to a restaurant and you have your option of a side as being a salad or fries. Yeah, your day is going to be very different if you do one or the other. That is true. That's just how it is for me. I'm not going to die without them. They're very useful in some situations, but They were mostly useful for me when I wanted to have like an office job and feel like very, like an adult. Like I just wanted to be like a grown up, I just wanted to be seen as like a grown up. And so I want to have like a good office job, like, and so people can think that I'm responsible. And the more that I'm like, this is not for me, the more that they're just not helpful anymore. I just like them mostly because, yeah, they do help me focus when I need to focus. So they are useful in that sense. But we're on days where like I just can't find the motivation to do shit. Pop one of those 20 minutes later. Guess what? I just led a CrossFit class on accident and turned my car into a fucking race car and didn't crash it. Did you hear the BS with Soros? Yes. Okay. No, I remember. What was it? Okay. What did he just do? Because he bought something. There was some, I casually, and like, oh, wasn't it like the FDA is like, what did I do? I already forgot. Oh, yeah. I led a CrossFit class on accident, and then I turned my Honda Element into a race car and didn't crash it into anything. The FCC, the radio stations. That's what it was. Okay. Woo! Oh yeah, and they're trying to expedite it, the whole purchase, so that essentially, like, he can manipulate messages, what's being done on the radio before the election. That was the big thing, was that it's because of the timing of the election. God, the government is fucking crazy. I'm sorry, really. Oh my God. You work for me. I don't work for you. This I can't. Why? No, 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 no. I hate it. Hi, Colt C. We're having a random bitch fest. I think. I don't really know what's going on right now, to be honest. Then DOG releasing a letter with an open fucking bounty. Oh, okay. This part I don't think I heard about yet. There was something messed up that happened the other day. I think, like, was it on Sunday or Monday or something? That I had like a vague have you tried coffee for ADHD? Here's the thing. Coffee for ADHD will probably kill me. I tested in the 99th percentile of people my age with ADHD. So I require like a large amount of stimulants, and I couldn't get through my day without like 3 or 4 cups of coffee, and then on top of that, probably like 4 Red Bulls, like the smaller ones, not like a huge one. But it was just way too much. It was just way too much. And then I wouldn't be able to sleep because I just had way too much caffeine in my system. And so like with my medications, my medications work. I mean, granted, I do need to be a little bit like, should probably skip them a little bit more often, because you can build up a tolerance to them, and then the next thing you know is black coffee, no additives. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually what like hot black coffee. I don't like hot coffee with anything in it. And that's what I would do. I would drink 1 cup of hot black coffee before I'd leave to go to work. And then at work, they always free coffee, you guys. Look at this disgusting benefit, because it's fucking gross and cheap. I would have like, I would have so many of those. And then, yeah, I would get sugar-free Red Bulls as well. But now I'll do like some iced coffee and with my melted ice right here. With a little splash of creamer. I got a pumpkin cold brew. With a little pumpkin spice creamer. Because it's fall, baby. Even though it's going to be like 70 degrees this afternoon, but whatever. No big deal. You drink Monster? No. I don't drink energy drinks at all anymore. There was a point where like a sugar-free Red Bull or like that white Monster, I might go back and forth between those. But it's just caffeine is stimulus. It just doesn't help me as much. It just takes my like burp, 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 and then like elevates it. It just makes me more awake. But like with my medication, like I'm at least able to actually notice my symptoms. I can actually like tell what's going on. I'm like, oh geez, this isn't good. I have to fix that. Whereas without them, if I'm just doing coffee or whatever, it doesn't. I'm like just a court jester all day long on accident. Sober has saved me. I mean, I have to say, like, I don't really drink alcohol very often. Like outside of the night before my birthday stream and then the following stream that we did, the Prosnacco stream, I hadn't had alcohol for like almost 2 years before that. And then like in the what was that? So it was 2023. So in the 3 years leading up to that, I dramatically reduced my alcohol consumption, and that made a big difference. I mean, leave it to me. I'll change like multiple things, multiple factors that might be affecting me somehow, some way. And then I'm like, yeah, I changed stuff and I don't know exactly which one was the most effective, but something was like, taking my medication, exercising on a regular basis, and like finding new creative outlets, like learning new dances and things of that nature. And then not drinking alcohol. And then I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I lost 50 pounds in like 2 months, but it happened. And it was all of those together. I wouldn't have lost weight that fast if I hadn't done all of that. Sober from pills. Well, sorry, I started hearing a little bit of coughing, but she's fine. Hey man, that depending on all the shit that you're taking, that can like really be life changing. I mean, for me, thankfully, like I was at a point where it seemed like the doctor I was seeing at the time was trying to get me on like a shit ton of pills. Like, oh yeah, your your stimulants are something. What? Your stimulants are keeping you up at night, so we need to. And you're still like a little bit your muscle tension and whatever. You need to reduce that. So we have to put you on this other medication to reduce stress throughout the day, and then you also need to be on this other medication to help you sleep at night. I'm like, no. But I made an attempt because there was a point in time where I felt like I wasn't sleeping ever at all, and I felt like I was getting really stressed. But it turned out I fucking hated my job. Wouldn't you know it? Let's see here. Put your PayPal info up. Hold plate. Oh wait, I don't need to do that. Oh, wait, I should have done this. Oh my God. See, I'm telling you, I am, well, see, that's the thing. I don't even think that this probably doesn't look different to anybody who's watching right now. They're probably like, yeah, that is typical Courtney. Okay, there we go. There you go, Chris. It has been posted and pinned for her pleasure or whatever. Stop. My jokes are like Malaysian Airlines today. Oh, they're just not landing. Oh, sorry, push-ups. Sorry, push-ups. Sorry that I can't pay attention to everything that's going on. Excuse me that I'm mentally disabled. You're just going to keep attacking me for that? Ah! Oh, apologies. That probably sounds like shit. I'm gonna have to readjust this at some point. Let's see here. What's going on? Captain Miserable is here. Hello. Heavy drinking always help me sleep. Don't let doctors lie to you and tell you it's bad for you. Drinking being bad is an old lifestyle. Heavy drinking, yeah, it might make me think it's helping me sleep, but it's the worst sleep I ever get just because I'm like passed out and like don't get up. It's still very terrible sleep for me. It's awful sleep for me. Not landing and disappearing. I have to say though, like amazing to me, how like I was telling my brother this the other day. I was like, yeah, I would be terrified to get on a plane in Malaysia because like either the plane disappears or they're doing crazy shit like crashing on the freeway. And he's like, that sounds cool. I'm like, what? And he's like, well, I mean, it just sounds like fun. I'm like, oh yeah, just like dying on the freeway today. It sounds great. And he's like, wait, they die? I'm like, what else are they gonna do? They're not landing safely. They're just crashing into the freeway. Now, maybe they aren't dying. I mean, let's be real. Maybe not. It's very possible that they're not dying, but I just don't remember any plane crashes happening where it's like, yep, everyone got out of there safely. It's unless there's like an emergency landing somewhere or something to that effect. But when they're just fucking crashing into shit, I don't recall anybody really like living through that. Does anyone remember the guy that it was actually in Washington State where the guy that worked for an airline and then he just took a plane out for a little joyride, and while he was taking it for a spin, he admitted that he learned how to fly a plane from playing video games. And then he was like, yeah, I don't remember. I don't know how to land. I don't know what to do. And then he died. He crashed and died. Sky King Bebo. That's what they called him, right? The Sky King? Let's see here. Oh, please. Oh, please let me see if this is true. Oh, yep, there he is. The Sky King. 2018 Horizon Air. Richard Russell was his name. I mean, okay, here's the thing. As unsafe as that is, it was just him, right? So there weren't any victims. It was just he decided that he wanted to fucking fly a plane. So to me, I mean, granted, that's not your plane, dude. Like you got get your own plane if you're gonna be like an asshole. But at the same time, it's pretty funny. I think it's hilarious. So, I love this. You guys, I was watching Zia last night. Oh my God, she's so fucking cute. I'm so obsessed with her. She is so cute. And yeah, it was so fun. She was just shooting the shit with everyone and having a good time, and it was so great. And I love that. Sorry for the ASMR. Why am I so inconsiderate? Anyway, yeah. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I love Zia. She's very cute. And it was so much fun. So Zia stole a plane. Here's the thing: if she stole a plane, oh my God, I would try to steal her from her husband at that point in time. If she stole a plane, I would do whatever I can to take that woman away. Love her to death. She rocks when it comes to interacting with the audience. I know, she's so cute. Hey, we don't like to trash talk people around here, sir. Okay. I mean, unless it's somebody who actually sucks. She's great though. I love Zia. She's so cute. I stand Zia and might try to steal her away from her husband. So, but definitely will if she ever steals a plane. Wait, Chris, you were there in the chat? How come I didn't see you? Am I just? Well, let's be real. I'm kind of a ding dong. And then at one point, I started downloading Among Us and was also watching Chrissy and Zia at the same time. So there was a little, and I joined late. So there's all those. Kumia shot that South Carolina plane. He's a wild man. Wait a minute, what? What? I don't understand. Hey, you know what? We don't have music. I just realized we don't have music. Hee. All right. Man, I'm so glad that Penelope can just sleep so freaking soundly right now. Man, here's the thing. This is the thing that is wild for me regarding pet ownership. I didn't realize that if you wanted to sleep through the night and you have a dog, you won't ever. When Boots was around, this is kind of loud, huh? I think that's better. When Boots was around, he started waking me up in the middle of the night just because he wanted to go out to the backyard and like sniff the sniffs. He just wanted to smell everything around him. I'm like, oh my God, sir. And then he got laryngeal paralysis. And so before he had his surgery, well, he also had bronchitis, which was fucking crazy. And his bronchitis was so bad that he had to do 2 rounds of medication. So the medication is normally 2 weeks, but he had to do 4 weeks because it didn't clear up all the way after the first 2 weeks. And so the whole time, like during like treating his bronchitis and then finding that he also had laryngeal paralysis, so he needs to get surgery. That was like 6 months. I don't know. Yeah, like 6 months of never sleeping at all because he could have gone into a respiratory shock and died. So I was constantly just like, trying to make sure that I didn't sleep through my dog, like dying from respiratory shock. It was awful. And now I either have Cricket, who somehow thinks that if it's nighttime, she cannot hold her bathroom habits for longer than like 45 minutes. It's fucking crazy. Like, throughout the day, she's fine. It's fine. No big deal. Nighttime? Oh, look, mom's sleeping. Maybe I should boop her snoot and see if she wants to let me outside. Awful. Now with Penelope and her coughing fits. Again, her coughing fits. With the medication working, she's fine throughout the day. Nighttime? Wow. They're still intense. So I know. I think part of it though is I keep a fan on when I sleep, and I think the fan might the fan is like it's very drying, very very drying. Like my hands I'll wake up and I'll just feel like my face will feel a little dry. My hands are the worst though. Like, ugh. Anyway, but like I'll even take that fan and I'll aim it at my head when I get out of the shower and I'm putting on makeup because it'll dry my hair like faster than my hair dryer. So maybe that's part of it too, is the air from the fan is just too drying for her. But that fucking asshole, she decides that she needs to sleep closest to the fan, and like I can't turn it off. It gets way too warm otherwise. So that could be an issue. I don't really know. But because like right now that fan is not in my room and she's sleeping soundly on my bed. Because the fan is blowing at me right now. Look at that. 38 minutes in, we haven't touched Ted Kaczynski. Oh, what you know? Wet towel over the fan. I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm very dumb. So I don't know. I feel like that could end in a disaster. But maybe I could probably just get a humidifier maybe. Maybe. I don't really know. All right. So that's my update with Penelope. She is ruining my life. Oh, she's perfect and I love her. And so let's see here. What else did I want to do? I don't even know. Okay. I keep forgetting what this should be easy by now. I should just know exactly what I want to do with my life and myself. And whatever else. But you know what? There's also a lot of stuff that I'm trying to put together to improve a few things. So now I need to implement Nightbot. And then I also, with Nightbot though, that's gonna, man. Nightbot's going to also require other stuff because I think what I'm going to need to do, since Amazon is like really fucking weird with the whole wish list thing, it seems like for some reason sellers are not, they don't want items on a wish list. And like I have a PO box and I have like I share that on the wish list so that it's easier for sellers and stuff, but apparently that's not good enough. So now I'm like, okay, and it's only wish list that it's like has an issue with. So I guess apparently I need to just create other shopping lists. So I think I'm just going to divide up my wish list into different categories. Like here's cosplay stuff, here's Star Wars stuff, here's just like, I don't know what other shit. Who knows? But I figure if we have like the list divided up, it'll be easier for people to sift through and actually like look at stuff that they would want to purchase. Because there's a lot of stuff on there. So we're doing that. And then also the Discord. I created the Discord, but there's not a lot going on there. So I'm going to have to create different channels in there so that we can have, some streamlined stuff going on. Like obviously the reason why the Discord was created. Oh, which by the way, the reason why the Discord was created was because I'd been, every once in a while I start talking about doing movie watch-alongs. So one of the channels I want to have is just movie suggestions for a watch-along. And then there was something else. Oh, karaoke song suggestions as well. So let's see here. All right, there it is. Join the Discord. So there's that. There's the Discord, and you can join that and be a part of the cool guy crew. So I'm gonna have to do that. So I feel like I just keep getting kind of like distracted by all these side quests that I want to do. Star Wars, since you said you like that. Well, that is definitely the inspiration. You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. Why does this seem like it's getting louder? Get your shit together. Yes, that was the inspiration. I definitely believe that we need to do some Star Wars watchage. Only the first 6, because the rest don't count. Bert, yes. Something things and stuff. But I mean, I feel like, once we knock the sorry, I am so sorry. Unsubscribe. That was terrible. That was awful. I'm so fucking fidgety. Oh my God. All right. Yes. Okay. Back to what I was trying to say. So watching Star Wars, that was the inspiration for it. I would like to keep doing watch-alongs after that, though. Perhaps we would watch like a series maybe a TV series that is like already bingeable. Like we're not having to wait for stuff to come out. Like it's already out. Or we can just start watching a bunch of other cool movies like Bring It On and Legally Blonde. Have you ever noticed that when you talk about your favorite movies, and you ask somebody like, what's your favorite movie? Or like your top 5 or whatever, nobody says Bring It On. Now, here's the thing. It's also not one of my favorite movies either. Honestly, it's hard to say whether or not that's one of my favorite movies or not, because I remember back in the day when, what was it, TBS or I think it was, right? Or TNT, one of those things where they would have like marathon movies, and it was always next Friday, Bring It On.
I think there was a third one. And then like after a certain hour, there would be random ones like what was that one with Paul Walker and Joshua Jackson? Was it this? It was the one about the thing and stuff, you know? The Skull. What was it? It was like the what, you know what those things are when it's like a club or whatever, but like nobody's supposed to know about it. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like an underground meeting club type thing. This school. No, okay, so nobody knows what I'm talking about. Hold on. Paul Walker. Oh man. You know what I'm talking about? Like so like the Skulls. It was the Skulls. It's called the Skulls. Overview. Yeah, give me the overview, stupid. This is pictures. I mean, I get it. Like, they were pretty hot. A senior at an Ivy League college who depends on scholarships and working on the side gets accepted into the secret society. Secret society. That's what I meant. Like like a club that no one's supposed to know about. Secret society. Man, you guys weren't helpful at all. Look at you. Heard about the movie, never saw it. Yeah, it would play at like midnight on one of those channels. TBS, TNT, something along those lines. Don't spoil it for Cole. I'm glad I'm not the only one that remembers. Remembers what? USA Apple. I don't know. Maybe it was USA? Was it USA? It was like they would just play like they were just what was it? I think it was like over the weekend or something. They would just do it was just movies. There was no TV show host like, ooh, up next we're gonna watch this thing. It was just like, here's Bring It On, here's next Friday, here's Bring It On, here's next Friday, here's Bring It On, here's next Friday, and oh my gosh, okay, it's after 10 p.m. We're gonna play some like random movie now. I feel like it was one of the ones that starts with a T, like TNT or TBS. I think TNT. It might have been TNT. I don't know. I mean, this was years ago. I mean, we're talking like almost 25 years ago now, you know? They would play Star Wars all the time. Here's the thing. I don't even remember that. I mean, so I remember this mostly like around 2000, 2001-ish. But yeah, I would watch a lot of I saw Legally Blonde a lot. You know what movie they didn't play and freaking should have? It was like missed opportunity. The Birdcage. Hello. Why? Like, why would we play only, like, seriously, why would we only play Bring It On and Next Friday on repeat and like maybe sometimes Austin Powers, but not The Birdcage? That movie is fucking awesome. Anyone here watch The Birdcage? That is the best. Okay, we're gonna have to watch The Birdcage. We have to watch The Birdcage. I love that movie so much. Like, that's been like my favorite movie pretty much since it came out. Oh man. Anyone remember Bill Bob's Drive-In? No. I don't think I ever saw it. Well, no, I know. I never saw it. Um, how did I get here? I moved to Shutter. Okay, so it's like a horror movie. He played like B horror movies. Oh, okay. So like was it Evil Dead or some shit? Like the super campy stuff. That could I could get into like the super campy shit. I love super campy movies. I love them. Why do you think I like Star Wars so much? Especially the first 6. Both of them. I mean, the thing is that like the originals were a lot like goofier. Like there was just a lot more like comedic relief for it. But like the prequels were still campy as shit. You know, just not in. I mean, just. I don't know, or maybe it was just like over theatrical or something. There's something about them though that just wasn't like this is a movie to like really be taking seriously. It was more like, this shit is awesome. I don't know. I love a good campy situation though. Have I ever seen Babylon 5? No. I have not. I have not seen Babylon 5. I don't. It's so funny because like with my disability here, I'll get into something and then it's just that, right? So like I remember, you know, being a young, and I loved boy bands, but I really only actually loved like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and that was pretty much it. Take 5, no thank you. 98 Degrees, no thank you. People are like, well, if you like this, like you really like that. I'm like, no, I don't like that. I only like this one. O-Town was one other one though I really liked. But you know, so like when it comes to nerdy sci-fi shit, I get, you know, I love my Star Wars, but I also have like a weird emotional attachment to Darth Vader. I think we all noticed. And so like nobody else has Darth Vader. And so it's going to be really hard for me to like get into the nerdy sci-fi shit because I love the story of Anakin Skywalker. And I mean, is there anything else out there that has a similar story? I mean, is there going to be anything like Star Wars? Am I going to hate every character except for Anakin and R2? Who else? There was like a handful of characters. I was like, yeah, whatever. Jar Jar Binks. Actually, like justice for Jar Jar, if you ask me. But am I going to hate like pretty much every single character, but also love them dearly because without them, the story wouldn't exist? That's a complicated situation going on here. Do you know how much I hate Obi-Wan Kenobi, but also love him? Oh yeah, Chewie. Chewie was like the original favorite character. He was my favorite from the very beginning when I was a little Courtney, when they still called me Peanut, and then yeah, Chewbacca was my original favorite. I actually did not like Darth Vader back in the day because I was afraid that he would always hate me. But yeah. Oh yeah, honestly, here's the funny thing. I've never had anything to say about Han Solo either. Like Han Solo. Whew. So it's just like Chewie, Han, Anakin, R2. That I haven't had no complaints whatsoever. Everyone else involved, get your shit together. This is how we got here, dum-dum. That's how I feel about them. Like, what? Ugh. Without you, we wouldn't have gotten into this mess. Ugh. Get your shit together. But, oh well. Anyway. So that's my That's how I feel about Star Wars. Now, man, what a really stupid tangent I just went on. That was very dumb. But yeah, so like when I start to get into something, I find like an interest in it. I get very involved in it. It becomes my life, and then I'm just not really. I can't. I either move on from it or, move on from it to something completely different, or it's my personality for the rest of my life. Depends. There's also Watto. Who the fuck likes Watto? What? Oh, Qui-Gon was another one that I didn't really have any complaints about. Although, actually, no, I do have complaints about him. He just should have taken Shmi anyway. Like, why the fuck? Leia wasn't very attractive. I mean, did you see her in that slave costume though? Back in that day though, back in the 70s and like 80s, she was like hot as shit, but also she wasn't, they actually didn't want somebody who was FAP material. You know, they actually did not want to have your stereotypical Playboy model type as the female character. Imagine how different Star Wars would be if they did that. You know, if both Luke and Leia were blondes, and Leia was just like hot as well. I mean, I can see why dudes had huge crushes on her. But like if she was like your stereotypical like Playboy model type hot, that could be really interesting. I'm just saying. Jar Jar kind of got some dignity. The guy that plays him was on one of the series. He was the Jedi that saved Baby Yoda when they were slaughtering the younglings. Yeah, he did get a little bit of a redemption there. But the thing is he played a character. Like, why? I don't know why anybody thought that they should give shit to an actor who just played a character. And it was strictly because they didn't like the character. Like, the actor didn't write the character. Like, when people were giving shit to Jake Lloyd, a 9-year-old, for playing little Anakin, which, by the way, he knocked that shit out of the park. But also, there was nothing about little Anakin, to me at least, that was written poorly. Like, he was a little boy with like a big personality, and he had a crush on this older girl, and he was very good at flirting with her. I don't understand. I don't think that Anakin was written very well in Attack of the Clones, but I've already gone over that multiple times. But like that wasn't Hayden Christensen's fault. That was George's fault. And why anybody would want to attack him for that is beyond me. He played that role perfectly because he's a good actor. Like, that's how, like, people, are we that mentally challenged that we don't understand that, like, this guy is a really good actor. He plays these types of roles really well, and he was really good as Anakin Skywalker. No one else would have done better. Nope. There's nothing you can do to convince me that anyone else would have done a better job. And I think that there are certain things that they could have done to change the way that he and Padme interacted. But again, like, whatever, what's done is done. But yeah, like the weird people, the people out there that want to like go crazy over like on an actor over the character they played, like, that's just wild to me.
Jar Jar Binks was a character that was meant for little kids, to be appealing to the little kids.
And to be honest, when you yourself are a bit of a dingus and could potentially be exiled from your town for being clumsy, you can really relate to Jar Jar, and his plight. You know, I think that he, Jar Jar the character, deserves a little bit more respect, and I think that the guy that played Jar Jar Binks, leave him the fuck alone. He did his job. Maybe if you were good at your own job, you wouldn't have such emotional instability. Okay. Was Jar Jar the Dark Sith? I mean, there are theories that he was actually a Sith Lord, an undercover Sith Lord, or yeah. My brain is not functioning very well at all. Oh, dude. Hayden Christensen did a movie called Shattered Glass. That movie's so good.
It is so good.
Hi, DS. Yes, it's me. I'm Courtney, and that yeah. Sorry, I didn't take my Adderall today on accident. But yes, Shattered Glass, that is a fucking good movie. I really like that movie a lot. Still can't do the Obi Annie lightsaber spin. I think it's my help. You know what? Star Wars Theory actually met Nick Gillard, the guy that did the choreography for the prequels, and there was actually, was it in the I can't remember. It's on Star Wars Theory, his YouTube channel. But when he met him, they were actually like playing around with the lightsabers, and he was like, "Oh, I have a hard time doing this," and he actually showed him how to actually do the proper whatever. And yeah, he anyway, you might be able to learn a thing or two by watching that. That's all I'm saying. I'm so dumb. You can't super chat because I am not monetized. I need more watch hours and more subscribers. So put all of my videos on a playlist and just binge the shit out of it, and tell all of your friends to subscribe. And will you tell all your friends? Okay. Should I put that song on the karaoke list? You got your gun to my head. The song was only wishful thinking. The song was only wishful thinking. But DS, for the time being, if you look at the pinned comment, there are options for you to send me money. Let me double check something, actually. My phone, I haven't even looked at my phone. Oh, there's nothing. Well, never mind. Cool. I guess I'm not very good at like promoting that though, because I'm like, I don't know. Whatever, it's up to you if you want to send me money or not. It's right, it's there. If you look at the pinned comment, is there's the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. If you feel like taking any of your hard-earned money and shoveling it in my direction, those are your options for now. I think Star Wars Theory looks like Frank Peregrino. What are you, Asian? But with an added chin. With added chin? What do you... I don't... With an added chin, I'm sorry. When I think added chin, I immediately think like a fat person. And like Star Wars Theory is nowhere near fat. That guy's fucking ripped. Do you mean like a dimple in his chin? Like a butt chin?
Don't put me on.
Kiwi farms? All right. I've never used kiwi farms. I've heard of kiwi farms. I've never heard of it before. What? I just said I heard of it. I've never used it before. I've never been on there ever in my life. So, and I have no, I'm going to forget that it exists as soon as I'm done talking about it. Let's see here. There are real martial arts to take people. Let me reread that because I'm dumb. There are real martial arts to take people. So you're talking about like taking like real fighting classes instead of lightsaber fighting classes. Yeah, but what if we want to take lightsaber fighting classes? Hi, Sizzle Chest. I've seen you around in the streets. Ow. Oh my God. I promise you, I brushed my hair today. Are we even going to read this? For fuck's sake, it's been over an hour. Woo! But you're right. Sure. Okay. Again, I'm just going to tell you, if you've just entered the chat here, I have severe ADHD and I definitely forgot to take my medication today. Oh, I didn't even take my methylfolate. That's the shit that you really need to take. Hold on. We're going to address this real quick. Did you know that Kid and Play choreographed the lightsaber duel in Phantom Menace? Are you talking about the Duel of the Fates? What? It was originally a dance sequence in House Party. What? No. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I need to write this down. I need an unpaid intern. Does anybody know of a person that wants to be an intern but not paid? I need to write this down. Hold on. Wait. I think I really need to hurry up and go get my methylfolate because that shit, that does make a difference for me. Okay, hold on. Duel of the Fates choreography from House Party. I'm not good with Roman numerals. Is that 7? House Party 7. We're just gonna say it is. Wait. Deleted scene. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to go on my methylated folate challenge So one of the things that is directly related to my massive ADHD is like there's this mutation in my blood that doesn't allow for like essentially like nutrients to process at like 100% rate. They only process at like a 65% rate, which decreases blood flow to my prefrontal cortex. And so what happens is, what I'll do is I'll take methylated folate, not folic acid, and that actually like increases that methylation process in my body, so that when I do stuff like consume caffeine or take my Adderall, it actually works. So like when I'm eating foods that actually are meant to give me energy and stuff, things of that nature, they actually work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys on hold for a second here, and I'm going to go grab my vitamins. I'm back. Oh, look at that. I have, are these my new interns? You know what? Actually, Chris, I should, whew, I should share my little Google Doc that I have going with you that are just like a list of things that I'm either trying to find a link for or whatever. We can come up with a plan. Crazy and legally insane are two different things. Yes. Star Wars
Holiday special is my jam.
Here's the thing. The only time I was ever able to actually watch the Star Wars holiday special is with other people. I tried watching it by myself and like, woo! When we got to the stir, whip, when Chewbacca's wife was trying to she was trying to watch a, cooking show. I had to get out of there. It was not, it wasn't working. Crazy and legally sane are two different things. Well, are they? Maybe. I to be honest, I don't know. I remember back in my day when I was a young, like teenager. Andy Dick, remember him? He appeared there. It was said that he was deemed legally insane, but the reason why he was able to just roam the streets and be just fine was he wasn't a danger to anyone, like himself or anyone else. And then, wouldn't you know it, just a handful of years later, Britney Spears was locked up for saving money for her kids. And now everyone says that she needs to have all of her rights taken away. So I'm very bitter about that, to be honest. But all right, now
Oh my God, Sizzle.
First of all, Scratchy was perfectly within his rights to watch the sexy dancer. Yes. I mean, granted, did it need to be in the living room?
I just think, Scratchy, if you want to go partake in your OnlyFans, your intergalactic OnlyFans, I just say perhaps your bedroom.
Somewhere where, not a common area. But yes, I agree.
And 2 Jefferson Starship looked cool in their outfits. What else could you ask for in his Christmas special, I ask you?
Well, less eyeliner and bronzer on Mark Hamill. Okay. It's a holiday special, so how about let's stop it with the World War II looking type shit with authorities just busting into homes. Show us your papers, and then ransacking the house. Let's focus on it actually being a holiday special. All right. I do like the cutaways of like the Star Wars like cartoons and stuff. I think that was a really good idea. But we could just take away the Darth Vader situation going on. I think yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, Darth Vader is obviously like a very important character in Star Wars, but it's a holiday special, so perhaps, you know, he wants the day off or something. I don't know. There was I think it's in Dark Visions, the Dark Visions comic book series. Is it in the Dark Visions comic book series? When he finds out that stormtroopers were planning a birthday party, and he is all excited because he thought it was for his birthday, but it turned out there was another stormtrooper that had the same birthday as Darth Vader, and he got really sad. You could have done something like that, you know, like that could have been something like that could have been a good storyline for Darth Vader, so that it wasn't, you know, his cronies ransacking homes looking for a Wookiee who's out on a mission with his best friend. I think that'd be great. I fucking love the storylines in the Dark Visions comic books. Those are some of my favorite. The nurse that fell in love with Darth Vader, that is my, oh man, what a great storyline. Or when Darth Vader was pissed about Luke blowing up the Death Star and he was trying to find him, and then he found a guy that was pretending to be Luke and killed him in the bar. Colt C, you are wrong. They did not have Christmas. They had Life Day. Also, can we just address something? The robes. The robes. Very handmade tale. The robes. The Life Day robes. Bronzers were primitive in the 70s, not his fault. Do you think an evil empire would get a search warrant? Here's the thing. If we're being realistic, like, no. The evil empire doesn't give a shit what day it is or anything like that. But you know who does care? The viewers. I just think that let's make it more of like a holiday special, and let's focus more on like that ending ceremony where Leia was singing with her beautiful voice. We could have had more of that. We could have had more cutaways of Star Wars cartoons. We could have we could have had the storyline of Darth Vader trying to celebrate something and then couldn't and got really sad. I think that it's because, again, like, come on, it's a holiday special. Let's make it a holiday special. Let's make it a little bit happier, a little bit goofy.
Colt C, I strongly recommend that you do not watch.
It's not a Christmas special. It's a holiday special.
And don't watch it alone.
They couldn't sober Leia enough. Long enough for that. Well, yeah. Stir wipe. Wait. What? What are we wiping? Push-ups. What are we wiping? Now. Uh-oh. Penelope? Watch Chrissy's review. I mean, I was there with her when it happened. And poor baby. She's okay. All right. Her and Ford got shit-faced during Empire with the Rolling Stones. Pff, I would too.
Oh man, but Empire Strikes Back is such a good movie.
That's one of those I'd really want to be fully present for during the filming. Oh, okay. I guess I'm not part of this conversation then.
God, sorry to be a bother.
All right, let's see here. We're already an hour and 20 minutes in. We haven't touched Ted Kaczynski. So are we, oh, Ruben's here. Uh-oh. Penelope's honking. Okay, it's not that bad. She stopped. Wait, the real story of Star Wars began when the Empire killed Dale Earnhardt. The Southern rebels got pissed and took out the Death Star. Wait a minute. Is this a NASCAR storyline that I don't know about? Enlighten me, please. Because Dale Earnhardt, that's a NASCAR guy. Dale Earnhardt. He raced back in the day with Ernie Irvin, Rusty Wallace. I think Bill Elliott. Well, hello. Everybody here who's just joining us now, I just want you guys to know something. You haven't missed anything at all. We've been shooting the shit. And every time I go pick up the book to read again, we derail into madness. And I have to say, this is way more fun than trying to stick to a schedule, you know? We're just, we're just here to have a party. That's it. You guys, here's the thing. I'm just gonna her bird season. Sam still hasn't showed up, and I think that he probably somehow does not know that we're here. So we're just gonna have to rub it in his face that we partied without him. I'll be back in a little while. My neighbor is trying to change a tire on his wife's car, and it's kicking his ass. It's sad to watch. I gotta go show him how to do it. Oh, yeah, Tommy, show him how it's done. Let us know how it went. That's interesting. I mean, I have to say, I'm not good at fixing stuff or replacing stuff on my car. I'm not an expert or anything. But, I don't know. I feel like, for the most part, I usually can figure it out. Is the fest downtown again or on the strip? What? What fest? What? I don't understand some of this stuff, but I mean, would you expect me to? So anyway, oh yeah, and also everyone who's here, let's see here, do I still have the same thing? Oh, good. If you haven't joined the Discord, I'm just going to pop it back into the chat there. There's the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, we're going to be doing movie watch-alongs. I'm going to create a separate channel for us to create a list of movie suggestions to watch for more movie watch-alongs. And then also a channel for a list of karaoke songs to sing on karaoke nights. Which, by the way, I have a karaoke stream scheduled right now, but I might end up rescheduling it. Because Zia mentioned last night inviting me onto her show, and it might be as early as this Friday. It's just that I need to fucking message her. What an idiot. She even said, she's like, maybe you should DM me first so I might forget. And I was like, yeah, totally. And then we have Keanu do a watch along. Yeah. Yeah, if she joins the Discord. Huh. Gotta get her, gotta get Michaeline. Oh my God. Here's the thing though. Michaeline just needs to do her own movie watch along. Should we create a Michaeline Discord? I think we should do a special Michaeline Discord. She seems to think that she can't do any of this stuff on her own, but the fact of the matter is, she steals the show every time. I hate that feature. I want it to go away, but I'm dumb. Okay. I swear I saw Melton rapping down there in a circle in 2021. Down where? What? Where? What? All right. You guys are talking about stuff that I don't understand anymore. Help me. I don't understand, you guys. Okay, let's. What was happening? What was happening? What was. Fremont Street. Oh. Well, I haven't been there in a bajillion years, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. So, I like how Rob Saul's opening line on the dating show was, "I'm too cool to watch Star Wars." His opening line, get this. So his opening line was, "I'm not your father." He was trying to pretend to be Darth Vader. Or whatever. Because Keanu said the love of her life might be there. And I was like, oh my God, Darth Vader's here? And so he said that. And I was like, well, that's a good thing because my dad's dead. This would be really fucking weird if my dad showed up. Also, why the hell would my dad be on a dating show? Anyway, yeah, I'm too autistic for that guy. Also, I'm too poor and like white trash. And he was there as a favor for Keanu because I guess the lineup she had, there's like a couple people had to drop out last minute. So his dork of a dipshit ruined the last courting Courtney. Can't think of his name. Which contestant was it? Well, let's see here. Wow. Okay. Rob Saul's too cool to have a job, have a car, or keep a wife. Good for him. I don't know. But no, like, yeah, he was honestly, he was there like as a last minute favor. Because I guess like, yeah, there was some last minute dropouts, and she just wanted to fill the line up to make sure that we actually had a show. But one of his watchers said, vote for Saul or something. Was it Rob Saul? That one? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, he was there just as a favor. He didn't actually have interest in being on the show. So he was just being nice. He was just helping Keanu out. I think though, he really should have leaned into trying to date Michaeline the whole time. The only thing that like really like put me off, honestly, was when there was discussion of like height and shoe size. I think it was height and shoe size, and then he was like, "Oh, I talk about this on my show all the time. It's gonna give me away." And I'm like, "Sir, do I watch your show?" Like, I'm like, "Are you that important that you don't pay enough attention to your chat to know like that I've never watched your show ever in life ever? Like, come on." You know that I don't watch your show. You know for a fact that I don't watch your show. Like, there's no way that you don't know that. That was the only thing that I was like, come on. But anything else, I mean, you know what? He was just there having fun. And again, like just doing a favor for his friend. However, I think that it would have been hilarious if he just leaned into dating Michaeline instead, just because he already knew that he, whatever. Like, that I think would have been a much funnier twist. But again, like, I mean, how are you going to plan something out that out when it's just kind of a last minute invitation? And also, I think, I don't know why she doesn't do this, but she should have had, we need to have Frankie McDonald on there, and he just let him keep his camera on, and let's just see how he answers the questions before everyone else. I think that would have, I feel like that would just be such a good touch for that show if we were to ever do it again. But I highly doubt anyone wants to do it ever again, to be honest. But yeah, I think that would be perfect. That would be amazing. And I would, and then honest, and again, you know what, to be for another good touch would be somebody who like has a crush on Michaeline, a very public crush on Michaeline, who, you know, just, who gives a shit about Courtney? I'm here for Michaeline. I think both of those would be amazing. Frankie would win. Yeah, he has an unfair advantage. Porgy's here. Hello, Porgy. We haven't gotten to anything that I thought we were going to get to, but let's be real. I'm not even 100% positive that I knew exactly what I was going to be doing today. You know what I mean? Yeah, Chris, I think that if you were to do it, you would need to have somebody using your account, or actually no, because your face would be covered, so no one would really notice. But because you would need to still be in the chat, like fucking around. Granted, last time I didn't even pay attention to the chat because there were too many people that were just like being pretty shitty, but also there were people that were trying to give it away. And so I was like, I'm not gonna look at the chat this time around. But yeah, you definitely want to have your account active in the chat, but you then also, yeah, your answers would have to be very different. Yeah, you would be a dead giveaway. But it's still, here's the thing, at the end of the day, the game is supposed to be really fun and silly, and it's not like meant to be taken seriously. That's why, you know, I think it's hilarious, the idea of having Frankie McDonald there just to like ask him like, all I could think of is how hilarious would that be on the first one that we did, when I asked if the moon were made of ribs, would you eat it? That was in July, right? And so how hilarious would it be? Like, okay, contestant Frankie, and then he would say, Ribfest was July 12th, July 13th, and July 14th in Sydney, Nova Scotia. I was not in Pennsylvania on July 13th. I repeat, I was not in Pennsylvania on July 13th. What a beautiful answer, right? And just imagine how, like, all the ways that he would answer each question. Like, some of the questions he just completely dodges or just says whatever. Like, you know how much he loves Chrissy Mayer. Like, oh, what's your favorite planet? And he's like, Chrissy Mayer is the host of Simpcast. You can see it on YouTube on Sunday nights. You know, like you. I just think that would go to show just how just goofy and fun that's supposed to be. How, like, it was. The whole thing was genuinely just put together strictly for people who watch Keanu Cast or shows of the like, who have gotten to know me over the last like year or so, and were essentially wanting to see me on a show and wanted to be a part of it. And that's really what it was. It wasn't meant for me to find a husband. Obviously, because we've done it twice and I'm still not married. These fucking people. Ooh, Sa's here. Hello. Yeah, we're an hour and a half in, and I just we haven't addressed anything. We've just been shooting the shit. So I don't think that we're doing anything today. Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm looking over here at our good old friend Ted's book, and I don't know. I just think I don't think we're going to address it. I don't think we're going to get there today. I don't think we're going to get to it. I still need to work out. We could have been on our second honeymoon by now, but you kicked me to the curb. I did not kick you to the curb. You rejected me, Captain Miserable. You rejected me. And yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm still pretty hurt by that. You guys want to know something funny? So yesterday I was going through a list of accounts that Goodnight Mister started putting together that essentially like fellow moderators of, you know, similar channels and things of that nature. We were essentially trying to put together like a full list of these accounts of people that were like making sock accounts and trying to go through and like troll different live streams and just has been basically like spam a bunch of inappropriate shit, harassing other like other chatters, things of that nature. So I was going through and trying to block them on my channel, and then I remembered that there was a live stream that I did with Jim Stansel. And that chat, like, wow. Like, I didn't pay attention to that chat at all. I just blocked it because there were like a handful of dudes in there just like fucking hate my guts. And so I was like, okay, I need to go back through and find those, like, look through that live chat and like find those accounts so I can just block them from this channel because I don't want them coming through here and like bothering anybody in the chat. And I saw one that was like, it was this most retarded thing I saw yesterday. I don't know exactly if it was like the most retarded thing I've ever seen in my life or anything, but it's definitely the most retarded thing I read yesterday. So in that live stream, I was beyond hungover. It was the first time I had alcohol in like a year and a half. And so I was like, woo, not feeling good, not doing this again for like a very long time. And also it was a sports stream, and the whole reason behind Jim inviting me on this stream is because I don't really know anything about sports. I definitely don't like follow. I don't stay up to date on like what's currently happening in sports, and so I just let him tell me what's going on, and then I just whatever. Well, he was asking like what my picks were, and I was like, I don't fucking know. So I was like, whatever you say is what I say. And then he then of course he you know he's a horny little bastard, so he's like, can you say whatever you say, daddy? And I was like, yeah, all right, whatever you say, daddy. And that was just every time he's like, Courtney, what do you say? Whatever you say, daddy. Again, I'm exhausted and I don't give a shit. None of this is important to me at all. I don't care. I don't even remember what he was asking me. Like, this team versus this team. What team? I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's not important. Some idiot in the chat was like, oh, so she just does whatever Jim tells her to do? Oh, God, so much for feminism. And I'm like, first of all, when the fuck did I tell you that I was a feminist? I didn't. I never said that. Well, I mean, there was a point in time where I thought I was a feminist, but then I found out like what those bitches do. And I was like, oh, that's not me. That's Miss Andre, by the way. I love men. I think men are wonderful. And I don't think that there's anything that I'm missing out on as an American woman. I think I have a really fucking good life. And I've mentioned this many a time. Being a woman in America is fucking awesome. And when you're a hot woman, your life is better than anyone else's in America. Okay? Dude. But anyway, yeah, I was like, you're an idiot, dude. I don't claim to be a feminist. And also, like, this is the hill you want to die on here, is saying, like, even if I did claim I was a feminist, that like this proves that I'm not a feminist because I'm hanging out with a friend of mine on a live stream, and I don't really care about the topic, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever you say, it's his fucking show. And if he thinks that it's great for entertainment for me to just be like, whatever you say, I don't give a shit. Who cares? I'm not fighting for anything. It's what team do you think is going to beat the other team? You really think that feminists are fighting for that shit? Get the fuck out of my face with this bullshit. So I thought that was hilarious though. How dumb. No, if you know anything about me, I already said I don't want a job. I would prefer to be a trad wife. Okay, let me just make some steaks and some baked potatoes, and maybe I don't know, maybe a box cake because we're gonna work on the baking at some point in time. Right? We're not doing it right now. We'll try. Yeah, and I'll like sweep and mop the floor, do the dishes, perform some wifely duties. I would be really good at that. Now, don't get me wrong. I haven't perfected my steaks, but let me tell you. I mean, okay, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm a poor. I'm pretty white trash. I even what was it? Someone was talking about pronouns, and I was like, yeah, as a white trash person, my pronouns are he/ha. Now, so because of this, as a poor, like I'm not, I can't say that I know like what a fancy like perfect steak actually tastes like, right? Like I don't know if Gordon Ramsay is going to rate my steak a 10 out of 10. I don't know if like a Michelin star or whatever restaurant is going to take the way that I make a steak and go like, yeah, we're putting that on the menu, right? However, I'm a fan. I actually very much enjoy the steaks that I make. And yes, I do make them medium rare. Yeah, I think that I'm good at it. I will often make like steaks and baked potatoes for myself as well as my brother. And he approves. He's asked for it multiple times. He very much enjoys it. So I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty good gauge. If a dude's enjoying it, I mean, granted, he's kind of a garbage disposal, but I think usually, like, if a dude's like, "Hey, can you make that again?" Usually, pretty good gauge that it's not too bad. Let's see here. What's happening here? Okay. What are you listening to me for, Courtney? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot too, and so I listen to idiots. That's why everybody's here right now. This is something that I was actually thinking about the other day when I was like trying to test out like the sound. And I was like, hey, could you hear this? Could you hear that? And I was like getting conflicting messages in the stream or in the chat. And I was like, I don't know what's going on here. Like I need specifics. Like somebody just tell me what the fuck is happening. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, this is your own damn fault. The problem is that when you have such bad ADHD, you just attract all the other ADHD people. And it's your own fucking fault for listening to all of them and not making sure that everyone's on the same page first. Yeah. Captain just got downgraded to private first class. Wait, what? Chris gets it. Courtney breaks my heart, and it is still sexy. Okay, I don't get it though. You're definitely a hot woman. You know what? Here's the thing. I believe this because the world treats me a certain way, and it is very different from the way that like not hot women are treated. And I know this because I was treated as like a not hot woman before in the past, and I have to say, it's way cooler being treated like a hot woman. It's fucking awesome. Highly recommend. Stop trying to trap me. Listen, I'm trying to trap someone. I don't know who yet, but I'm trying to trap someone. So
If you want some steak and baked potatoes, some wifely duties, and a somewhat clean house, I'm not always. Maybe a cake. You'll teach me how to cook a steak? No, I don't want to go get one. See, that's the thing. I'm not comfortable in like fancy restaurants. Like the types of restaurants that would make a good steak, I would be very uncomfortable there. I thought you couldn't cook though. I never said I couldn't cook. I just don't think that I'm not like a good cook. Like when you watch something like Keanu's streams when she's cooking, I'm like, there's no fucking way that I'm doing all that shit. Like this would be terrible if I did it. But the stuff that I make a damn good cheeseburger. And again, like when it comes to steaks, like for me, myself personally, I think it's a damn good steak. Doesn't mean that everyone's gonna like it, but I know for a fact that for me, like I'll eat like a fucking leftover steak that I made, and I'm like, God damn, this is awesome. You know, like I know how to make spaghetti, which I mean that's like the easiest fucking thing that you can make. But every time I make spaghetti, tacos, it's delicious. I make food that's like to me is good, is more than just like edible, right? Like I make macaroni and cheese. There's actually a stretch of time there that I made like Thanksgiving food. So I made a turkey and mac and cheese, mashed potatoes and stuffing. And like it's for like it's just like my brother and I during holidays. Yeah, so I made that, and then he was just like, so can you make more of that mac and cheese, maybe the mashed potatoes? I'm not a big turkey fan. You can make turkey if you want, but like, because that, I mean, it was good, but like, I don't really care about turkey, but like, could you make the mashed potatoes and the mac and cheese again? Like, that was fucking awesome. And the mac and cheese, like, yeah, the mac and cheese is like a bajillion times better than a fucking box of Kraft mac and cheese, right? Good night, Mr. Thompson is here. I'm just talking about my cooking skills. Whoa, let's see here. I did a 10K Spartan race in July, and after I went to Texas Roadhouse and had 14-ounce ribeye and 8 rolls and baked potato and yum. Ooh, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. Look who decided to show up. Hey, wait. Or we test before stream. Oh, he's responding to something and then I forgot. I already forgot what I said. Listen, I didn't take my medication today. I can't remember everything. Okay, so help. You do the cooking. I'll take care of the cleaning. Excellent. Here's the thing: is like I'll stay on top of like the majority of the stuff. Like I'll still wipe down the counters, empty the dishwasher, like that kind of shit. And as long as you can distract the dogs, when it comes to like vacuuming and or sweeping, mopping, I'll do that. It just starts to get tricky when it comes to bathroom cleaning and stuff. Now, granted, if the other shit is already taken care of, then I'll just start getting into the other stuff. I just started getting really overwhelmed when I'm like, oh my God, all these rooms have to be taken care of. Cause when you're in a normal human, just living, just existing, all this stuff, whatever you're doing, or whatever room you're living in, it has to be handled. That's where I start to get really, exhausted from it. So go for a hot chicken, a cheeseburger made with love. Let me tell you, I make a damn good cheeseburger. It's not hard to make a good cheeseburger though, because all you have to do, you just do a teaspoon of Worcestershire and I'm from the north, so that's just how we say it, all right? With per pound of hamburger meat, right? You mix it all together, and then when you get ready to cook them, you just do like a little bit of like Montreal steak seasoning. Hard to chat and drive, sir. No chatting and driving, sir.
Wait, are y'all trying to date Courtney? So here's the thing, Colt. See, in September, the beginning of September, and also at the end of July, we did a dating show on Keanu Thompson's channel. And so I suggest, if you guys are interested in doing another one, actually, let's do this. All right. I put up a poll. Should we do another dating show? So if you're interested, vote. Or if you just want to watch it, honestly, if you're interested in watching it, and then we'll just break it down from there. Like if people are actually interested in participating and want to be in it. Something. Words are hard sometimes. You guys, I just want to point out again, I have to keep pointing this out because I'm very proud of myself. Check this out. Look. Oh, what's in the way? Not a heart. Oh my God. People actually are saying no to the dating show. You don't want to watch that. Fair. Like a bar hamburger is way better than any fast food place. Honestly, like the only time that I really want burger and fries from any fast food place is if I am feeling nostalgic for McDonald's. Then like nothing is going to taste any better than just a value meal or a value menu cheeseburger or a McChicken, you know? Other than that, yeah, hard agree. Wait, I'm diverse. Reach the LGBT community. You made it. Wait, what? Am I what? Oh, I love this. I love this, DS, because you know what? I feel like you and I are both like equally ding dongs. Like we're both equally just kind of like off in our own little world. And it's so great to see this interaction because we're both like, it's just, well, I'm like, I don't understand. And then you're just like, you're saying, you keep saying stuff that I'm like, I think I get it. But that's what I love about you though, is that you're definitely I like the planet you're coming from. I don't know what planet you're from, but I like it. That's the type of diversity that I like here though, is just if you're mentally disabled somehow, some way, you belong here. We still need to have Stancil on the dating show. That man, though, here's the thing. He's either working like a 900-hour shift or he's in his kayak. And so he's too busy for me. And also, here's the thing. I haven't talked to him in a really long time. I don't remember the last time I talked to him. He might have died for all I know. Or maybe he thinks I died. I have no fucking idea. So yeah, to that guy that thought that I married Stancil. Sorry, dude, we broke up. Doesn't mean it's time for you to reach out to me again. But oh man, that guy is like fucking weird as hell. I was even thinking about it the other day. I'm like, even if I was just like, you know what, I declared my love for Stancil, I'm gonna run away and marry him right now. Who fucking cares, you psycho? Get out of here. He's like, ew. Anyway, Stancil wishes he had hair like mine, but you might wish that you probably wish you had quads like his, don't you? Don't deny it. We all wish we had quads like Stancil. Anywho. Exactly. Ooh, I had a good day today. Got a massage and then went to the chiropractor. Oh my God, you probably feel amazing right now. Actually, you know what? I got acupuncture last night. I am telling you. Oh my God, I just felt so much better. My acupuncture lady is fucking awesome. She also has a massage license, and so like she'll do like extra like massage work as well. And like last night we were working on my hip flexors because I was like, dude, I started doing this split stretch and it like really extra stretched my hip flexors out. I probably almost too much because then lower body workouts, it was like, oh God, it was like hard to walk sometimes. It just man. So yeah, she gave me a nice little work over with my hip flexors last night. Oh God, it felt so good. Oh, it felt so good. But she likes like hippie witchy stuff. And so I have, like the healing crystals, like those astrolahos have. And so I brought those in and we used some of those as well. And then, in fact, I'll show you the ones that we used. Okay. Is she Asian? They can get pretty brutal with body work. She is not, but she is like, I love her. I've been seeing her for like 4 years now. And like, I would tell her, like if something started to hurt, I was like, oh, she's like, okay, good pain, bad pain. I'm like, it's good pain, keep going. And so like, we're on a really good, like she can tell now with like my facial expressions and stuff, if it's good pain or bad pain. Cause yeah, no, she'll go for it. Not mentioning names, but I've only had one stalker and you scared him away. That is fucking awesome. That is awesome. Man, it did not take me very much to scare that guy away. It was like less than an hour, and that dude was just right. Let's see here. Is that one? And that one. And that one. Yes, we did. Hi, Cricket. Did you have a nice nap? Yo, that's a big stretch. Hi, Chunka. Oh, there's my babies. Hello. You guys, the dogs are here. Well, 2 of them. Okay, guys, which one's this? Look at that beautiful face. Oh, you're my baby. Yeah, you're cute. Oh, Zulfacool's here. Oh no, Penelope. Oh no, sweet girl. Hold, please. Hi, honey. Penelope, did you ever consider just like staying put? Hi. Look at that thing. Whoa, what a baby. What a baby. Where the fuck did Penelope go? Oh. I was thinking, did she just come out here to hack up along and then leave? What an asshole. Hey, come. No. Oh my God, you were about to do that, weren't you? What a dick. She's about to just go back into my room. Oh. Hi, baby. There she is. What time is it? Honey. It's okay. It's 1 o'clock. Okay, so it's like close to time for her cough medicine. Yeah. Is that where you're going? Oh, baby. No, not next to the microphone, please. I might just have to give her a little bit earlier if it means that she's going to be more comfortable. Poor Baba. Is she running a rescue shelter? How many are there? There are only 3. There's just the 3. Sometimes 4 if Dexter comes over, but he hasn't been here in so long. And she's like, Penelope is not happy about it. Honey. She seems to like it when I like do deep breathing for her. Yeah. Here you go. Poor sweet girl. Honey. There's something that... Oh, here we go. I stopped going to a massage place I went to for years because the lady whacked me off and charged me extra. I didn't order. Uh-oh. Well... Hey, honey. Hey. I might have to just give her cough medicine early, I think. Because this is... Yeah, I know. You were doing just fine. You were doing just fine. Hey. Oopsie. Yeah, she just tried to yank my shirt down. My problem is Courtney makes my pants tight. Well... Oh, problem is shoulder blades tight. Oh, man. Ma'am. One of the things for me, I don't know if this is the same thing for you, but like my posture, I've had terrible posture for the longest time. And I feel like when I do chest stretches to like loosen up this area, it doesn't pull my shoulders forward so much. And that seems to it seems to like loosen up muscles back in my shoulders because they're not being tugged on so much. I don't know if it's the same for you though, but it's definitely helped me out. I don't know. It's not. Hey, ma'am. I don't know why you want to be over there. Ow. Oh my God. Excuse me. Sorry. Yikes. Should I just put her in her baby carrier? The doctor said that it was most likely, allergy bronchitis or something. So they were saying that so she has a heart murmur and she would need to get an echocardiogram and in order to like confirm this. But the heart murmur can because it means like the heart isn't pumping blood properly and it can cause fluid to build up in the lungs. But she was saying that there aren't any signs that that's actually what it is because she's normal Penelope. There's no sign of it outside of the coughing. And then so it could have potentially been, ma'am. What was it? There's 2. Oh, it could have been like regular bronchitis or it could have been allergy bronchitis. I don't. And so they did a radiograph and they didn't see anything on her lungs. Oh, and she also said it could have been paralyzed trachea. But with the radiograph, that's hard to catch. And so she was like, yeah, well, we can try the cough suppressant. It's going to, you're probably gonna see like a change by Thursday. Otherwise, so like if you're not seeing an improvement by Thursday, it might be a paralyzed trachea, or we would have to get a specialist and do the echocardiogram. But yeah, so, and honestly, the cough suppressant is helping. It's just, I think she might need a higher dose or something, because it or I don't know. Again, I mean, it's not Thursday yet, so I don't know. It seems like it works really well, and then it doesn't. So I don't know. I think she just wants attention. Here's the thing. So when Boots was around, and he had when he had bronchitis, and he was like struggling to breathe really bad, and then he had the laryngeal paralysis. My Cricket would start coughing when Boots would have like one of his breathing fits, and I was like, "Is this fucking dog? Is she doing this for attention?" Because she doesn't do it. I mean, she still coughs every once in a while, but it seemed to go away when Boots died. So I'm not really. I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, she might actually be. She might be catching on to what happens when she starts hacking up. But I also, like, you can hear when she's like done coughing, you hear like it's like, I don't know if that's really faked very easily. But here are the cool rocks that we used yesterday. This one's Prenite. It's a really good like goal chasing, like manifesting type crystal, like a kind of a reminder for you every day to pay attention to your goals, list your goals, pay attention to them, follow them, which is something that I have kind of a problem with. Poppy Jasper. This is like a kind of a spicy energy. It's black, which is grounding, which by the way, this one's green. Girl. None of this shit. Stop it. Hold, please. I'm gonna go give her her cough medicine. This is not. We can't be doing all this. My poor baby dog. All right. Okay. Back to me, Penelope. Man, if you're not harmonizing with this loop, you're wrong. I'm glad you guys like that little hold music moment, because I mean, for me, when I was putting that together, I was laughing my ass off the whole time, and all I could think was like, this feels like something that like only I am gonna like, because I love weird shit. So I'm glad you guys like it. But yeah, by the way, so I went to go give I gave Penelope her meds, and I was like, all right, cool. And I had to like, I have to break the pill in half, and then I have to dip it in peanut butter and then make sure she takes it. So I had a little bit of peanut butter on my hands, right? So I went to go wipe my hands off, and I turned around and I went to run, and all three of them tried to get under my feet. And let me tell you, I almost fucked my back up so hard, because I was like essentially trying to do some type of like capoeira or some shit around the dogs to avoid stepping on them. Penelope,
Okay, I can't expect the medication to kick in like right away. But I don't know if you can hear her. I'm going to close that door. Okay. So, Poppy Jasper. Okay, there's actually something about this one that I always forget, and I want to remember. Okay. Will promote activity, enthusiasm, and dynamic energy in your life. Amazing, because I've been feeling like shit lately, so it's perfect. Will increase your inner strength and mental fortitude to help you with life's daily challenges. It's known to ease and relieve heartaches and bring back the emotional balance. It will bring balance, period. It will bring more peace, love, and happiness to your relationships. Okay, I don't know about that one. It fills in the gaps or the empty spaces that make you feel like something's missing. This stone can be gently stimulating or passionately fiery when you want it. It will give you the impetus for many new romantic experiences. I forgot about that. Oh my. Okay. And then we can use labradorite. I really like labradorite a lot. Let's see here. Labro. Okay, this one. Inner magic manifests dreams, banishes fears and insecurities, and strengthens faith in the self and trust in the universe, removes debris from previous disappointments or insecurities, increases faith and trust, heals every wound from within, strengthens physical, emotional, and spiritual life, boosts self-determination, sharpens psychic abilities. Watch out, I will read your fucking mind soon. Expanding your sixth senses while keeping you safe and prepared, aids self-doubts, fears, discouragements, depressions, and even brokenness. It allows your body to produce good energy vibrations, and for better wisdom. Wow, sorry, that was a difficult sentence, apparently. Balances energy, bringing your reality out in the world. The protective feature, even asleep. What? Okay, I don't think this sentence makes sense. A magnet of good luck for misfortunes, interesting, has great impacts on wealth, business, career growth, and life expectations, empowers and develops spiritual growth, supports meditations to raise consciousness and interdimensional traverse. It believes it carries a tool for shamans to have access to other dimensions of reality and knowledge. Did you show Chrissy your stones? No, I did not. I've not shown her any of my stones yet. How much did these magic rocks cost? I don't know. I don't remember. These small ones were like a couple bucks. This one was probably like 10. Okay, we got green aventurine. I really like a green aventurine a lot. Let's see here. Promotes healing of the physical body, increases wealth and prosperity, encourages compassionate behavior, stimulates willpower and confidence, assists with past life work, balances the mind, body, and spirit, enhances creativity and artistic endeavors, promotes inner peace and calming, aids with emotional release, encourages spiritual growth, enhances inner strength, diminishes energetic blocks, promotes love for the self and others, known for enhancing luck. Flower agate. This one I love because it's all about like, it's just a flower. With the flower, it's like, blooming. So it really represents new experiences and being open to new opportunities. And I think that is like pretty on point with what the theme of my life right now. Do you throw them at people? No, these are mine. I am very selfish. Flower agate is associated with the heart and root chakras. Its connection to the heart chakra will help you with inner peace, empathy, and joy. The connection to the root chakra will help you feel more calm and release stress and anxiety. It ignites passion, pursues dreams, and live life to the fullest. Connect heart and root chakra.
Some of these are kind of funny sentences. Come into awareness of how truly valuable you are. Gain freedom from the deep pain that has attached itself to your heart and will assist in looking towards the path of self-embetterment. Flower agate's energies resonate with one's core and can help better expose the damaging and sometimes traumatic pain that we still carry. Flower agate helps us reach our highest potential, protecting us from our fears and self-doubt. Flower agate inspires us to manifest and nurture our dreams. Its energy ignites a passion to pursue dreams and live life to the fullest. Woo! And then malachite. I really like malachite because this one's actually really great for what are they refer to it as hooks, but like undoing any attachments that you may have that are like bringing you down, like anything that might be still like connected to you that isn't meant for you anymore. So it helps release that. And then one of my favorite things is that it helps live life more intensely, which I don't know how much of all that I need, but I do think that with the way things are going, perhaps living life more intensely could be exactly what I need. So yes, those are the rocks that we used in acupuncture.
Screw Shaka Khan. We've got Chakra Khan. That's true. That is true. We have Chakra Khan. Which, by the way, I feel like there's something going on right here. Like I feel like there's like, I don't know, maybe still some like built up energy that needs to come out. I could use one of those. I could use 10 of them. Well, I got mine from, let's see here. What? Well, you know what? We'll just do this. There's two ladies that I really like a lot. And don't make me log in. Just this thing wants me to log into my Instagram. Do you know? Okay, I'm going to do this instead. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're first going to discuss, or I'm going to first show you this later. So Crescent Beings Healing. So this used to be, they actually changed their names a couple of times, and I can't remember what their name was when I first found them. Owned and run by K&D. I think she needs to update this a little bit because I don't know if Katie's still a part of it. So this Katie and Danielle, and they actually do they do Reiki, and they do Reiki sessions. Katie does psychic medium sessions as well. I can't remember if Danielle does it, but they both do Reiki. And they started off by just selling crystals, and they would do like Instagram. They would sell them over Instagram. So they would do like an Instagram live stream. Jeez, that's what happens when you don't take your meds. They would also do. They would basically sell them over Instagram in different ways. Like sometimes they would just do them in a feed sale where they would post pictures of the stones, and then when people would claim them, they would close that. They would sometimes do it via stories. I really like the live stream ones, so those were really fun. So you can see like she's got. Oh, I just want to look at the picture. I don't want to sign in because I'm gonna end up kicking myself out somehow. But yeah, so this one, these are like, looks like we've got that looks like it's probably a blue apatite. That's, I think, probably selenite right there, that little clear one. Got some clear quartz. That one might be like a black obsidian. That's an amethyst. Got tiger eye, smoky quartz. These look like different, like amethyst probably. Rose quartz. That might be I think those are smoky quartz. This looks like it might be a amazonite, labradorite. Ooh, is that like a manganite maybe?
I don't know. What are these? Carnelians, I think, probably. Oh, these are party. I don't know what they are, though. But yes, so. Oh, get over it, Instagram. Ugh. So that's crescent being and healing. If you want to get some crystals, or maybe even book a Reiki session. And then I'm going to show you another one. So, so this chaotic rebirth. So she does all sorts of cool shit now too, though. So like she sells like oils and what else? What else am I thinking of? But essentially, it's like, yeah. So you have like certain oils for different rituals and stuff like that. So there's like, I said, what's the word I'm looking for? Not ingredients, but like stuff that you can use to do different rituals. And she does. Let me actually go to her website. To be honest, let's see here, because this is going to be a better idea of what she has. Shop products. Yes. Yeah. So you got like custom deity candles, jewelry. You've got deity bracelets. Look, and so like bring on the passion, self-love. So like this is like a ritual type candle. Spell jars, psychic ability oils. She sells like all sorts of really cool shit. And it looks like the crystals that she does are like specific to like what you're kind of looking for your crystals to do. I haven't bought any stuff from her since she branched off to. So her, God, I didn't even tell you what the name was. Chaotic Rebirth is the name of her company. But I still go and I still see her for like Reiki sessions and stuff. And yeah, I like both of them a lot though. They have really cool products and all that. Oh my God. Anyone remember when Chrissy and Lila were looking at the poop chart? Oh, okay. So no one was paying attention, huh? Anyway, so those are the crystals I use, and those are the people I bought them from. And yeah, I like using them. I especially like using them during my acupuncture sessions. I feel like they, whoa. I feel like I often start noticing patterns and certain things when we use certain crystals. I'm like, oh, kind of like opens the door for like those types of experiences. Okay, let's see here. So 32 minutes ago is when we did the poll. Holy shit, how long have I been here? 2.5 hours? You guys, can I just say something? I haven't read anything from that book and it's been 2.5 hours. Amazing. Incredible. What time is it? 1:30. All right. Well, I'm ending the poll. Now, the poll is telling me that 8 out of 10 people think that we should do a dating show. Book? Are you the book? We're going to read Ted Kaczynski's manifesto again. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're ever going. I don't think we're going to finish this book. I don't think we're going to finish this book. That's okay. Like I was saying before, or in another stream, though, I think actually, should we do another poll? Let's do another poll. Okay, so we're gonna end the poll. We're gonna discuss the dating show. We're gonna do another poll. Hey, start a poll. How do I ask this question? Let's see here. How do you want what form do you want bedtime stories in? And then we're going to do live stream. Pre-recorded. So I'm thinking that I could pre-record pre-record books. So when it comes to reading the book, I could pre-record a video and then have like a playlist of reading the book, the book. And then like, you know, we could always go back and like discuss whatever's happening in the book. Maybe, I don't know, once a month or something like that. We can do like a live stream where we do like almost like a book club type thing. And then that way you guys we can still do bedtime stories, but then we wouldn't end up like where we're at right now, where it's been almost a month and we're still, wait, how long has it been? Nah, it hasn't been almost a month. It hasn't been almost a month. How long has it been? I don't know. But yeah, that way we're not so distracted, and like, you know, today it's been 2.5 hours we haven't read the book. because all of the ADHD kids are here. But at least it's still available to you. Anyway, so I'm gonna pop the ad up. Let's see here. You rock when it comes to flying by the seat of your britches. I have to say, like, usually, like, when I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I'm very prepared. Like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, because I'm not trying to like stick to any type of schedule so we can just like derail. But then again, I don't know, like I do feel like there's a balance between, you know, giving the viewers what they want and also like doing what it is that you want. Like if everyone here was like, yeah, read the book, like I feel like there would be a lot more demand for like, can we get to the book now? You know? You're becoming an expert on polls now. Yeah, remember it wasn't too long ago where I was like, how the fuck do I do this? Now look at me. Like, it's just poll after poll after poll. Polls. Look at you. Sign language, ASL, Braille. These motherfuckers. I do it to myself, though. This is what I wanted, isn't it? This is what I wanted. For the book, it's just been a couple weeks. Okay, so, I mean, okay. Yeah, because it was, yeah, I don't remember now. I'll figure it out. We can get to the book right now. Just start reading where we left off. We'll be here all night. Bukkake of polls. Oh, my God, you guys. Only read the sexy book. Hey, yes, what's the sexy book? Come on. What is the sexy book? I just didn't want to be rude. Get to the book, biatch, is rude. Don't you know where you are? One paragraph. Maybe two. All right, you guys want to read the book right now? Okay, so you guys would rather do live stream? Interesting. Do you know where you are? I know, exactly. Do you know where you are? All right. I suppose this means that we must read. I guess I have to read from the fucking book now. Here we go. I'm just checking to see if anybody wanted to give me money. Oh, no one wants to give me money. Okay, fine. Yeah, you know. So, shame all of you guys for choosing to spend your hard-earned money where you want it to go. Deep down, we are chatters. Yes. Let me guess. True crime. Wait. Oh, DS. Okay, wait. Okay. I forgot. So we've been reading from Ted Kaczynski's Industrial Society and Its Future. So what we've learned so far is that he fucking hates leftists. Excuse me, check PayPal. What? Oh no, is my phone being an asshole again? Hold please, I'll be on there. It does this every once in a while where it just decides that it doesn't function like a normal phone. And let me tell you, it's so confusing because it's only certain apps and stuff that don't really properly function. So like, I thought Keanu had blocked my number a couple of times because out of nowhere, it would just not let me text her. And I'm like, what's happening here? I have had issues where like oh my God, like there was, gosh, what was it? The week before last, I think it was. I sent a couple of texts and they went off and the person received them. They responded. I didn't get the response. So finally, what did I do? I restarted my phone and just like text after text. I was like, oh my God. This sucks. Whoops. And so I'm like, what other notifications did I not get? Oh, look at that. It says that I received some money in PayPal. Interesting. I do this every time. I just want to read the message, but where is the message? Guys. You'd think that by now I would be able to like, I would understand how this thing functions. Let's see here. Oh my God. Yeah, I got. Oh, buddy. Yep. Yeah, here's one from September 19th. From Chris Thompson. Oh, here's one from Sam from September 20th. How old is the phone? It's 4 years old. Now here's the thing. I'm a poor. I don't see myself getting a new phone for like a long time because I'm a poor. So I guess this just means that I have to just keep restarting my phone every morning. Get the book, biatch. Sorry. 4 years old is the best age for a phone. Honestly, I think Verizon's like fucking with me though, because I actually I upgraded my phone. And then I was like, this is like a really expensive expense. Like this is just like for something like this is, I don't see any difference in the way that this phone functions versus my old phone. And so I returned the new one, and I swear to God, they've been fucking with me ever since. my phone was fine. The only reason why I upgraded it was because one of my apps wasn't functioning properly, and I thought it was because like it didn't work with the hardware of my phone, like it was like the operating system, but it turns out like that. No, it was just the creators of that specific app are just a bunch of fucking greedy pieces of shit. They already had my money, but for some reason, they wanted more money from me. So anyway, you're good enough looking for me to hit you up on Messenger, but you would just never FaceTime me and blame it on a broken phone. I hope you're a real woman. Oh man, like one of those like wild catfish stories and stuff. Did anybody here ever watch 90 Day Fiance? I used to think that my dog Dexter, I thought that he looked like Big Ed from 90 Day Fiance, so I had to watch. Well, Dexter isn't my dog. He's like he comes over and hangs out, but I could have sworn like he and Big Ed were the same. So I had to watch 90 Day Fiance. There's some wild stories on there of like some catfishing shit. There's like the one guy that he had some Russian lady stringing him along for years and years and years. I think she was a cam girl, and then he went to go visit her, and she like dodged him. It was insane. Anyway, so last time where we left off. Does anybody else remember where we left off with the manifesto? We had he hates leftists like a lot. He really hates feminists. Let's just go back over this. It's still one of my favorites from this book. Feminists are desperately anxious to prove that women are as strong and capable as men. Clearly, they are nagged by a fear that women may not be as strong and as capable as men. So, but yeah, so like there's with leftists, there's the feelings of inferiority. There was also the what was it? Was it the feelings of inferiority? Wait, you know what? Over socialization. There we go. And how like over socialization, that's where where people start to essentially create this idea that you have to behave a certain way that people don't normally behave. Like you almost have to like really put on what we would consider to be like manners or being polite or whatever, but it's really just not realistic because that's just not how human beings truly interact with each other. Poor Penelope. But then he was also talking about how conservatives are also fools, which I 100% agree. There's the power process and the surrogate activities. So that's, like, what was it? Okay, hold on. In the power process, there was... The power process has 4 elements. 3 are clear-cut. We call goal, effort, and attainment of the goal. And the 4th element is more difficult to define and may not be necessary for everyone. And that's autonomy. And so then, like, he went on to explain, like, how he really hates people who don't have to work for everything that they get. And Ted would be in Nokia, man. Here's the thing. We would be lucky if Ted had a landline. I don't think he would have any. I mean, did you see the cabin that he was found in? Pretty sure he was shitting in the woods. I'm just saying. Oh, interesting. Kaczynski was a leftist. His politics were derived from a strand of Marxism called Pabloism after Greek communists. This came from a strand called, Gramscism? I like that word, Gramscism. This is interesting because the way that he talks about leftists in the beginning of this book, he doesn't like them. Sizzle chest. Here we go. Now this is going to be another. We're going to have to go down this rabbit hole. Chris Thompson, write this down. Because now I'm actually quite fascinated here. I think that this will be something that will be really interesting to go over. Let's see here. Ted Kaczynski. Did I just hit the equal sign? Oh no, I didn't. Marxism, Babloism, Grant. Wait. Okay. Whoa, Seth, I'm trying real hard right now to put work in on you and your body. Whoa, look out. Well, good luck to you, sir. I wish you all the luck. May you reach your goals. All right. So, and then with surrogate activities, people who don't have to work for what they get, they still might make themselves productive by, getting higher education or getting a job or fucking whatever, right? And like doing something that still contributes to society, whether or not it's something that gets them, helps them achieve a certain goal. Now, all right, let's start over with the sources of social problems. I was really starting to get I was really starting to derail there. Is it just me or is the music getting louder? I really just wanted to have something going on in the background so that, sometimes I pause because I'm an idiot. I wanted to make sure you guys understood that I wasn't shit wasn't freezing or anything. Anyway, all right, let's start back over with the sources of social problems so that, because I kind of forgot a little bit of this. Okay. Oh, here we go. Sources of social problems. Okay, if anybody's reading along, this is page 19, section 45. Any of the foregoing symptoms can occur in any society, but in modern industrial society, they are present on a massive scale. We aren't the first to mention that the world today seems to be going crazy. This sort of thing is not normal for human societies. There is good reason to believe that primitive man suffered from less stress and frustration and was better satisfied with his way of life than modern man is. Okay, I'm starting to remember this a little bit. Abuse of women. Yeah, okay, yeah, because I remember then I launched in the whole thing about skin cancer and sunscreen and whatever. All right. This sort of thing is not normal. There's good reason to believe that primitive man suffered less stress. Where was I? It is true that not all. Okay, so I think somebody's gonna have to remind me to take my medication next time we do this because it's something. This is. I don't know if this is Is this how we like to be read to? Is this what's going on? Okay. It is true that not all was sweetness and light in primitive societies. Abuse of women was common among the Australian Aborigines. Transsexuality was fairly common among some of the American Indian tribes. But it does appear that, generally speaking, the kinds of problems that we have listed in the preceding paragraph were far less common among primitive peoples than they are in modern society. We attribute the social and psychological problems of modern society to the fact that society requires people to live under conditions radically different from those under which the human race evolved, and to behave in ways that conflict with the patterns of behavior that the human race developed while living under the earlier conditions. It is clear from what we have already written that we consider lack of opportunity to properly experience the power process as the most important of the abnormal conditions to which modern society subjects people. Whoa. But it is not the only one. Before dealing with disruption of the power process as a source of social problems, we will discuss some of the other sources. Okay. Among the abnormal conditions present in modern industrial society are excessive density of population. Yes, hard agree. Isolation of man from nature. Hard agree. Excessive rapidity of social change. Hard agree. And the breakdown of natural small-scale communities, such as the extended family, the village, or the tribe. Hard agree. Did I tell you guys about when I was a kid? I grew up in such a small town that at the time, like my parents got, I don't even know if it's necessarily considered a loan. It was like a kickback. Basically, like the government paid them to move there. There's like when they got their home loan, there was like, oh, what's the word? Like a tax write-off? Yeah. It was like that, but it wasn't like, I don't think it was actually like a tax write-off. Like, I don't think they actually got, I don't think it was with their taxes. It was like a bunch of money was taken off or something. And so like, let me tell you something. Like when my parents got divorced and my mom kept the house, she was paying like $150 a month or something on that mortgage. It was something ridiculously low. But that was how small the town was that I lived in. Like, you would go to a hair salon, and while you're getting your hair done, your hairstylist was like, "Oh my God, did you hear like who Kelly's going to prom with?" And you just fucking knew who Kelly was, right? We had a lady, and I don't really actually know her whole story, but there was this grandma and grandpa. They're little elderly couple that lived down this like probably, I don't know, 5 houses down from me. And when I was out playing with my friends, we would go over to their house and knock on their door. And the grandma, she would go, "Oh, yay!" And then she would hold on a moment, and she'd come back to the door with like a tray of cookies or like a bag of candy or whatever. But she always had treats around that she would give to the little kids when they stopped by to say hello. And like that just doesn't exist in this world. I don't think anywhere. Maybe it does, but like, I mean, right now that same little small town isn't that small town anymore. It's, Amazon and Boeing and Microsoft execs taking over the town. Nobody knows the fuck any of these people are anymore, and so kids can't even safely go trick or treating. But like, so I just agree that like that's that the way that things are now, like this just isn't normal for society in general. Like it just, even if we were say, so like one, what am I trying to say? Essentially the technology has taken away normal social interactions since forever ago. The washer and dryer used to be the washing machine was actually like a watering hole down the road or at the end of the block or whatever, and all the housewives would go down to the little watering hole, and they would as they're washing their clothes with each other, they would discuss who needs to do what throughout the week, so that like, okay, this the kids are going to go over to Ethel's house, and so that I have time to take down the laundry 3 days from now or whatever. Oh, I got like all the boys want to go play lacrosse, and so Agnes is gonna watch the boys play lacrosse so I can wash or clean the rest of the house. Fucking whatever, I don't know. But they would all, because it takes a village, right? And so all the wives, the mothers of the village, they were they would congregate to areas like the clothing wash in the middle of the village, and that's how they got their, they were able to be more social. But now that the washer and dryer is in the house, they don't have a reason to leave the house and go wash their clothes, right? So like now they've freed up this time for something else. But now same thing like with a dishwasher. You know, I don't really know exactly what they were doing as far as washing dishes. I mean, but it's just the same concept. Like, okay, all this time is freed up, but now the housewives and the mothers are taking up time to do things that are a little bit more isolating, like going and getting a job instead of like, all right, let's say there's like 20 wives that all have their little schedule together. Like, okay, well, these 5, we're all going to go, we're going to do our Monday Pilates together. And then these 5 are going to like watch the kids together. And then these 5 are going to help with like getting the houses cleaned or whatever. And they all just kind of rotate out who's doing what and when. So they all have time to get some exercise in, to read a book, to take a nap, to clean the house, and like the kids are being taken care of throughout the week. Oh, today's my homeschooling day. I'm going to take these 10 kids. They're going to be at my house. I'm going to do the homeschooling, that kind of stuff. And with technology taking those interactions away, it's just creating more anonymity in the community. Because, you know, my mom wasn't hanging out with my teachers, right? So who the fuck is teaching my kids? I don't know. Who was helping out with cleaning the house? Well, hopefully the kids. I mean, let's be real. Like, do I have a strong desire to go over to someone's house and like clean it? No, not really. However, I do genuinely like to help people out. And if they need help getting the house clean, I mean, like, yeah, it doesn't sound that great, but you know, if I actually like knew my neighbors better and like understood like the stress they're under that week or whatever, like, yeah, okay, fine, I'll come over and help out. I mean, I've been a little bit down lately, and so it's been kind of a struggle for me to stay on top of doing my own fucking dishes. But you know what? Maybe that's what's going to help me get out of my own funk, is seeing that somebody else, you know, got a little help when they weren't doing too hot. And we're just not considering that anymore. We're not taking care of each other the way that we used to. There's not like, I was trying to like tie this up in a little bow so we can move forward, but I'm like, I already forgot. But yeah, with the excessive density of population, that's a huge one, because the more that your town is increasing in people, the higher the chances that like you're just the trust goes down, and the community, like the sense of community, the fellowship goes down. You know, like when I lived in Seattle, like not downtown Seattle, but in Seattle, like, and was working in downtown Seattle and all that, like I didn't even know the people that lived in my apartment building. I working in a restaurant in downtown Seattle, not very good, not very safe, but somehow I made it out safely. But there were plenty of times when I was waiting for the bus to get back home and it's, 11 or midnight and I have to have my head on a swivel, just don't know if someone's going to try and like jump me and rape me right here or like what's going, and like, no, that should never be a thing, right? But when you hardly know the people around you, and there are so many of them, that's just you're creating that distance and that disconnect, and isolation of man from nature. I mean, let's see here. How many of us are more likely? I mean, look at me right now. I'm sitting at a computer inside my house. Like that's what I'm doing. It's almost, it's 2:00. It's 1:58. I haven't gone outside. I mean, granted, again, like I said before, I had a rough night with Penelope, so I got up super early to give all the dogs their food and their meds, and then I fell right back and fucked to sleep until I had like barely any time to get ready to see you guys. Yeah, I don't think tech is helping. Yeah, and that's just it. Is like, you know, the more that we improve technology, we're missing the human connection. And you know, it's just such a shame because especially, you know, when MySpace became a thing, you know, when social media started becoming a thing, so many people were talking about how oh my gosh, you know, it's so easy to stay in contact with so many people. It's just so many, right? And then, but really, like, I do not feel like, I feel like it's harder for me to stay in touch with these people because it's just expected that since they posted something on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, that I definitely saw it. And since I did not interact or didn't acknowledge it, now I am the asshole because I didn't address whatever it was that was posted. But like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that whether or not like Mark Zuckerberg hid that from you or from me, right? And don't get me wrong, like there was a point in time where I had a mentality of like, well, I posted it on, you know, whatever social media, like, so you should know, like, no, there are going to be certain people. If I want to keep you in my life and you are the one that you're important enough to me, I will reach out to you specifically. And we just lost that. We lost that. Like people go, oh, since I posted this on Instagram, since I posted this on Facebook, I'm not going to text you. Like I had one person like get upset with me for not wishing them a happy birthday, but like they never specifically told me that it was their birthday, right? And for me, like I had you know, I had like a lot of people that I was friends with on Facebook, but like a lot of them I was just like, I don't know, I felt like overwhelmed with all of the notifications on social media and all that stuff. I don't know if I had turned off all of my social media notifications just yet, but I definitely turned off a lot of them. And so like I'm like, how do you expect me to get a notification that it was your birthday? Like why if you genuinely wanted me to wish you a happy birthday, why didn't you just fucking tell me that your birthday was coming up? I remember one time, oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. So I was traveling for work. And it was like with a group of people that I didn't work with specifically at the location I was working at. We were all from like different locations. And so we were all together for this particular project that we were doing for like, I think it was like 6 months or something like that. And there was one guy that was just like a little bit of a misfit. And no one wanted to like be, you know, actually like outcast him really. It's just that he definitely wanted to be an outcast. And there was one point where he posted on Facebook, he was like, it was something like, obviously I can tell that I don't have anybody in my life who truly cares because nobody wished me a happy birthday yesterday. And then everybody that we were all working with in that group, everyone commented under that post. And they were like, I didn't even know it was your birthday. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to miss it. Like I would have wished you a happy birthday if I would have known. And then I went and checked and he didn't even have his birthday listed. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on with people? Why are we behaving this way? Like your significant lack of communication to the point where you didn't even do like the bare minimum of what these selfish bastards do, which is like, I'm going to share this on social media. And I'm just going to expect you to like fully inspect my social media account, whatever it is. He couldn't even do that. And he's whining and complaining about nobody wishing him a happy birthday. So it's just that's kind of the mentality that continues to be created when it comes to technology, and especially with social media. Because again, like the intention was to keep people in touch, and it just turned into like a narcissist fest. Courtney still hasn't accepted my friend request on MySpace. Okay, I'll check it. Sorry. Social media was a trap all along. Social engineering to keep us there and feel guilty if we leave. Yup. Remember when people actually called and talked to someone? Now it's all texts and DMs. Also, do you remember when it was normal for people just kind of like just stop by and to say hi, like a little quick pop in? It's so funny because like I flip flop from this, because there's part of me that's like, don't fucking come over to my house. But then I think about it and I'm like, yeah, but the people that are like the closest that I like would actually appreciate, showing up. Yeah, just come on by, whatever. But like the excitement of like a pop in like that just doesn't happen anymore. The last time I actually experienced that was years after I thought that the days of a pop in were over. I had a roommate, and she had friends that would come over quite often. And so sometimes I'd come home from work and like one of her friends would just be like hanging out on the couch. We would shoot the shit for a little while before, I'd go off and do my thing or whatever. And it was great. I actually really enjoyed it. I liked the friends that came over. And it was always a good time. So it was something I appreciated. Right. And then one day, out of nowhere, one of her dude friends just stopped by. He just came over and we were like, oh, hey, what's going on? And he was just like, yeah, I just figured I was like, heading home. I was on my way home from work, and I just thought I'd stop by and just say hi and whatever. And I I actually started feeling really sad. I was like, oh my God, this just doesn't happen anymore. I wish it was something that was a little bit more common. But I just think that like, even no matter how close you feel to a person, there's no, I don't think that, I feel like just the disconnect that human beings have is always going to like keep that kind of stuff from happening no matter what. Even like my own cousin, like she's like one of my best friends. Like I was even telling her one time, like I was like, yeah, if I get married, I'm not inviting anybody to the wedding. I'm probably just going to run off and get an elope or whatever, like maybe just hit up the courthouse. But I don't think I'm going to have a big wedding. And she was like, yeah, I know, but I still have to be invited. And I was like, well, no, like no one's going to be there. She's like, yeah, but I'm still going to be there. And I was like, you know what? Here's the thing. Yeah, like that would be fucking crazy if she wasn't there. Like that, what? So I just think about that. Like even her, like I know where she lives. I've been to her house a million times. I've been hammered at her house. I even stayed at her house for a brief period of time. Like and she'll even text me every once in a while. She's like, remember, you know where I live. Like just, you can stop by or whenever you want to. And I still like it. Just I kind of forget about it. I was like, every once in a while, I kind of remember. I'm like, oh yeah, I can just like head on over to her house and like go hang out if I feel like it. But I still haven't. We can bring it back, but it has to be a conscious decision. I know. Well, cause I don't know. It's just especially because, like, in that situation when I had my roommate, obviously you weren't really like going to be interrupting anything, right? Like, you're not interrupting, some marriage relations, or even if we were like arguing about something, it wasn't like a fight that would like be uncomfortable to get in the middle of or whatever. Like but I feel like, especially at my age now, I'm like, gosh, like I don't want to be interrupting. I don't know. You're breastfeeding right now, or like, or whatever. Like you and your husband are like getting down. You know what I mean? Like it's just so. And then of course, like with my cousin, it's not like that. Like she and her boyfriend don't have kids or anything, but still, it's just like, I don't know. I stop by this weekend and surprise her. Oh my gosh. That would be pretty cool. I know. I miss her. I saw her a couple weeks ago. I have to tell, okay, you guys, I have to tell you this. So my cousin stopped by, and he was actually, unfortunately, to tell me that another one of my cousins passed away. And yeah, so we were hanging out on the back patio for like 3 hours, just like shooting the shit. And we were reminiscing about the cousin. And let me tell you, I just want to know something. Can we just tell me if this reminds you of anyone? So we're talking about some of the stuff that my cousin, the things that made him uniquely himself. And she was telling me about like one of the houses that he lived in that I actually had never ended up going to. This was during I think I was like, I don't know. I think it was like just a weird time in my family in general. So he's a cousin on my dad's side of the family. And my mom, I don't know if we'll ever get into the details of my mother, but wow. But anyway, I'd never been to this particular house. And but my cousin was telling me about some of the weird shit that she saw there. Just tell me if this reminds you of anybody that that we might know. So one of the things she was telling me was about a photo that he had on his fridge. This is back, early 2000s when you would take pictures and then have them developed, like printed out and developed. You didn't have digital. You didn't have like a digital stash of them just yet. It wasn't common. Like the digital camera was around at the time, but like not very many people had them. He had a picture of, I think it was a shit that he took, but I'm not sure. But it was a picture of shit in a toilet, and it was like a massive shit where like there was no water or anything. It was just printed off on his refrigerator, of all places. That's where he kept it. There was a photo album there because again, no digital stashes. And one of the pictures was a picture of his penis in a hot dog bun covered in ketchup and mustard. And another thing, a memory of his with him that I have that I think was just, I love the way my family copes with shit. Well, first of all, he wrecked his boat at like 2:00 in the morning. He decided that, yes, I'm going to take my boat out in the pitch black, and I'm hammered. Yeah, but right now is a good time to take my boat out. And he flipped it, and he got severely injured. And it was really bad. And he decided that he wanted pictures of him in the hospital taken with his, like casts and like one of his legs like propped up and all this shit. Right? He just looked terrible. Like I first saw this picture and was like, oh my god, he's gonna die. He had multiple copies of that printed off, and he basically sent them out to our family like it was like a fucking Christmas card. And again, like this was on my dad's side of the family, and there was a lot of alienation between my mom's side of the family and my dad's side of the family for a very long time. But somehow we still got a copy of it on our fridge. I think my dad actually probably just brought it over one time when my mom said it was safe to come over. It's probably, that just would be like probably what happened. But yeah. So we had a Christmas card of my severely, well, it wasn't an actual Christmas card. It was just a picture, but yeah, we had that picture just hanging up on the fridge of my severely injured cousin just in the hospital looking like he was on death's door. So does anybody who, Gino, that could be Stancil too. Definitely Stancil now. Yeah, it's those guys. The picture of the shit for sure. It's like it's Gino and all of his friends. The dick in the bun. I was like, oh my god. No wonder I like, because unfortunately with my cousin, like he actually kind of was on a downward spiral for a long time. So I hadn't talked to him in a while anyway. But like, of course, no wonder I don't miss him. I wouldn't miss him. Like, look at all the people around me that are just like him. Like,
Durr. And of course, I'm attracting people like that to be in my life and want to keep them around forever. Like, this is just this is what I'm familiar with. Yeah, take a picture of your shit and post it up on your fridge, and take a picture of your dick in a hot dog bun. And yeah, you want to go hang out on your boat and you do something really stupid. Well, guess what? We're going to take pictures of the most vulnerable moments out of all of that and just send them out to all of my friends and family to let them know just how much fun I am. Those are my people. Shit, I'd do it if I didn't have to be responsible. Yeah. Zero fucks, dark humor. Sometimes the fish are biting at 2 a.m. Maybe, I'm going to tell you though, you're not going to catch fish by flipping your boat over them. So anyway, back to the book. It is well known that crowding increases stress and aggression. Hello, my tangent that I just went on. The degree of crowding that exists today and the isolation of man from nature. You guys, when was this book written? Why does this feel very 2016? Okay. Or, I mean, now, but still, it's like, God. All right. The degree of crowding that exists today and the isolation of man from nature are consequences of technological progress. All pre-industrial societies were predominantly rural. Oh, yeah, that rural. The Industrial Revolution vastly increased the size of cities and the proportion of the population that lives in them. And modern agriculture technology has made it possible for the earth to support a far denser population than it ever did before. Also, technology exacerbates the effects of crowding because it puts increased disruptive powers in people's hands. For example, oh yeah, this is when I went off on that tangent about people blasting their music in public. For example, a variety of noise-making devices, power mowers, radios, motorcycles. If the use of these devices is unrestricted, people who want peace and quiet are frustrated by the noise. If their use is restricted, people who use the devices are frustrated by the regulations. But if these machines had never been invented, there would have been no conflict and no frustration generated by them. Yeah. Yes. All right. So now that we're all caught up, for primitive societies, the natural world, which usually changes only slowly, provided a stable framework and therefore a sense of security. In the modern world, it is human society that dominates nature rather than the other way around, and modern society changes very rapidly, owing to technological change. Oh my God, stutter. Thus, there is no stable framework. Oh, my favorite part. The conservatives are fools. Okay, maybe I can skip ahead then, because wow, we did go over like all of this. They whine about the decay of traditional values, yet they enthusiastically support technological progress and economic growth. Yes, yeah. Apparently, it never occurs to them that you can't make rapid, drastic changes in the technology and the economy of a society without causing rapid changes in all other aspects of the society as well, and that such rapid changes inevitably break down traditional values. The breakdown of traditional values, to some extent, implies the breakdown of the bonds that hold together traditional small-scale social groups. The disintegration of small-scale social groups is also promoted by the fact that modern conditions often require or tempt individuals to move to new locations, separating themselves from their communities. Beyond that, a technological society has to weaken family ties and local communities if it is to function efficiently. In modern society, an individual's loyalty must be first to the system and only secondarily to a small-scale community. Because if the internal loyalties of small-scale communities were stronger than loyal to the system, such communities would pursue their own advantage at the expense of the system. Yeah. Now, the sad part is like not every family is, fully functional. Some people do need to separate themselves from their families, at least to somewhat of a degree.
right? I just think that like you don't have to like stay in your hometown and be stuck working a small town job or whatever. Like you can still like pursue some type of goal and dream, because like living the human life is you are meant to have new experiences and grow, and it's not always going to be one cookie cutter thing, right? But I just think that there's also, you still need to have a place to call home, right? You still need to know where your values are, where your roots are. And, especially if you're raising children, your kids need a place to, an actual community. And I just like all of that is just being ripped to shreds. I don't see a lot of that being, is the word prevalent that I'm looking for, in modern society. It just seems that like, I mean, look at like Jeffrey Marsh, for instance. God, that's probably going to get me murdered now, but he like strongly encourages young children to separate themselves from their parents, which is fucking crazy to me. Like there's this idea in people's heads that if you are, and again, like back in my day, it was when you were gay, and I watched it happen. Like I had two friends who I met through being in a Christian church, and they were both gay. And the one guy came out to his mom, and she was just like, "All right, yeah, like I whatever, dude. Like I love you no matter what. You're my kid. This might be a little weird for me. Like, I'm not really sure how to navigate this when it comes to, my friends at church and stuff. If you know how to get through that, like that'd be cool. If you have any tips or whatever, but like for the most part, like whatever, like you're, at the end of the day, I gave birth to you. You're my child. I chose to bring you into this world. Like I can't, there's no way, I'm not going to stop being your mom just because of this one thing. But then I had another friend and again, I don't really know exactly how like the interaction went, but he ended up just moving out of his house and refusing to talk to his parents for a while. And it was just, but the wild thing is that like years later, gosh, I think it was like close to, it was like 5-6 years later, everything was fine and dandy between him and his parents. And so like I don't know who changed their mind but like where or when, but like I remember his older brother just being like, I don't get it, like we can't find him anywhere, we don't know where he went, and like my parents just want him to come home. So like a part of me just feels like it was media or whatever at the time telling him that it was normal for your parents, if they were had a faith that they followed, that they were just going to discard you and treat you like shit. Like what is happening here? Because what I was hearing from his family was that they didn't hate him. They didn't want him to move out. They didn't want him to leave just because he was gay. Like what is going on here? He also had a group of friends that were trying to get him to drop out of school because he was still in high school at the time. So I think that was like part of the conflict, but it was just like, dude, you have one more year of school. You're about to go in your senior year of high school. Just fucking deal with it. And, I love you, but that doesn't mean that I can't beat any sense into you. Well, right. It's just, I mean, there's some truth to that. I mean, I just like, I don't know where this narrative is coming from, because I haven't seen it in front of my own two eyes, that just because somebody has, and granted, like I was a part of a Christian church, and I just didn't see it. I didn't see that coming from from anyone that I was in church with. But then again, like there's a lot of ideas that the Christian church operates a certain way because of like Westboro Baptist Church or whatever. Like I remember forever ago when people were trying to say that the red cups at Starbucks, because they were just red, that like Christians were pissed about that or something stupid. And I'm like, I have like a lot of Christian friends and none of them give a crap about a stupid cup. Like I don't. Where is this coming from? I never actually saw anything regarding people actually being outraged by that stupid cup. It was just articles being written about it. And so I think that there's a lot of shit that's just created and made up about that to cause stuff like a young man who's about to go into his senior year of high school, leave his family and like disappear from them. They can't get a hold of him or anything. And separate himself from them just because of his sexual orientation. It's just like, I just don't know any Christian parents who would dislike their kid or want to get rid of them just because they are gay. And so it just seems like now, also back in my day, just mind you, Eddie Murphy was hated a lot because he made jokes about gay people. I can't go to San Francisco no more. They got 24-hour home watch waiting for me at the airport. And now you got Jeffrey Marsh telling young kids who might be questioning their sexual identity, orientation, or what have you. He's telling these people, your parents don't love you because you're trans or whatever. And then, of course, now you have Dave Chappelle, another fucking goat, getting attacked by people because of his trans jokes, which are the cherry on top with that, which actually is fucking heartbreaking, was his friend Daphne, who's a trans woman, was supporting him and saying, like, it's jokes. Like, these are jokes. Like, let's get over it. And then she got cyberbullied into ending her own life, which is fucking devastating. That whole story of Daphne, oh my God. It's like really emotional to hear Dave Chappelle talk about that because he is like the funniest fucking person on the planet. And so to hear him talk about something like so heart-wrenching is like, oh, whew. Yes, right here. Woo, woo, woo. Pull over. And ain't no siren. It's real fast sitting on top of the roof. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, man. I'm going to read him his rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be held against you in the court of law. Now turn around. I'm going to frisk you. What is this? Oh, man. I remember Daphne. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. The whole story of Daphne, like, just devastates me a lot. Just thinking, like, how, like, her dreams were coming true. That, like, her favorite comedian wanted to mentor her and, like, all that, just that in itself, and like her life was cut short. And it's just like, oh my God. I hate it. Okay. All right, back to the book. But I mean, I guess back to the point that I was trying to make before we get back to the book was like, there's this wild narrative that that like families are going to stop loving their child. Parents are going to stop loving their child because they might be going through an experience, whether it's a phase or it's permanent, that is too different for them or whatever. And so you just need to separate yourself from your family and your community and only be with us now. I'm sorry, but that is some like Heaven's Gate, Jim Jones shit, right? Like, yep, separate yourself from your family. They don't love you. They don't understand what you're going through. Just because I don't fully understand what you're going through doesn't mean that I don't love you. And just because I might not have the exact approach that you expect me to have doesn't mean that I don't care about your well-being. I hate my kids and I don't even have any. Some people feel that way. Some people, that's, yeah. But I did not drink the Kool-Aid, and nor did you have the inexperienced nurses cut off your balls. That's a wild part of that story in Heaven's Gate. Holy moly. But yeah, like it's just, removing people from their roots, from their actual communities to because you feel like you have to, they need to be a part of your community for whatever. Like, hey man, listen, if you are actually having the experience where your family is trying to change you or whatever, like they don't want you to be who you are or something to that effect, that is a very shitty experience. And yeah, it might be safer for you to step away from your family at some point in time. And for people who go through that experience, I hope that they have the community that they need, the support that they need to make these decisions, and to make them, like, I guess, to make the proper decision and to find that family. Not everybody is going to end up staying with their family. Like I said before, some people, it's not the best thing. They have to create their own family. I have to create at least part of my own family. So I understand that feeling. And it has nothing to do with my sexual orientation or identity. It's just, I don't encourage it. I don't tell people like, oh yeah, so you're going through this, and so like you need to just get away from your family now. You just need to be separated from them, even though I don't even know exactly how they're treating you. But I'm just going to decide that that's what's going on. Like, no, you should still be a part of your family. Like as long as it's still safe and it's like a healthy dynamic. Yeah. Ugh. And sometimes if you need to like step away from your family, it doesn't mean completely step away. Like you never talk to them ever again. Maybe you just don't need to live around them and you only visit them on holidays for a few years or something. I don't know, but like, ugh. Anyway. All right. Back to the book. Burp. Okay. Suppose that a public official or corporation executive appoints his cousin, his friend, or his co-religionist to a position rather than appointing the person best qualified for the job. He has permitted personal loyalty to supersede his loyalty to the system, and that is nepotism or discrimination, both of which are terrible sins in modern society. Would-be industrial societies that have done a poor job of subordinating personal or local loyalties to loyalty to the system are usually very inefficient. Look at Latin America. Thus, an advanced industrial society can tolerate only those small-scale communities that are emasculated, tamed, and made into tools of the system. I mean, the thing is like, you have every right to hire your friend if you want to, but like if you want a successful business, like, I don't know, you should probably hire somebody who's better for the job. But whatever, that's up to you. At the end of the day, that's up to you. I don't really care either way, because at the end of the day, like, if I'm applying to work for your company or whatever, and you turn me down because somebody else is like your friend or whatever, okay, who fucking cares? Crowding, rapid change, and the breakdown of communities have been widely recognized as sources of social problems. But we do not believe they are enough to account for the extent of the problems that are seen today. A few pre-industrial cities were very large and crowded, yet their inhabitants do not seem to have suffered from psychological problems to the same extent as modern man. In America today, there still are uncrowded rural areas, and we find there the same problems as in urban areas, though the problems tend to be less acute in the rural areas. Really? Well, okay. Thus, crowding does not seem to be the decisive factor. On the growing edge of American frontier during the 19th century, the mobility of population probably broke down extended families and small-scale social groups to at least the same extent as these are broken down today. In fact, many nuclear families lived by choice in such isolation, having no neighbors within several miles, that they belonged to no community at all, yet they do not seem to have developed problems as a result. Furthermore, change in American frontier society was very rapid and deep. A man might be born and raised in a log cabin outside the reach of law and order. Yeah. Was he talking about himself here? living in a log cabin outside reach of law and order, and fed largely on wild meat. And by the time he arrived at old age, he might be working at a regular job and living in an ordered community with effective law enforcement. This was a deeper change than that which typically occurs in the life of a modern individual, yet it does not seem to have led to psychological problems. In fact, 19th century American society had an optimistic and self-confident tone, quite unlike that of today's society. The difference, we argue, is that modern man has the sense, largely justified, that change is imposed on him, whereas the 19th century frontiersman had the sense, also largely justified, that he created change himself by his own choice. Thus, a pioneer settled on a piece of land of his own choosing and made it into a farm through his own effort. What? Okay. In those days, an entire county might have only a couple hundred inhabitants and was a far more isolated and autonomous entity than a modern county is. Hence, the pioneer farmer participated as a member of a relatively small group in the creation of a new ordered community. One may well question whether the creation of this community was an improvement, but at any rate, it satisfied the pioneer's need for the power process. Yes, Miguenavir, turn your notifications on, babe. I have 2 more streams scheduled. Friday might end up getting rescheduled. Maybe, I don't know yet. I have to talk to Zia because she and I are both very forgetful. I'm going to read this last chapter and then have to. But I want to test out and see if, of course, I changed multiple factors. I want to see though if this mic cuts out as much with that karaoke mic, when the karaoke mic is playing music. Because I think that what was going on with the sound that one night is one of 2 things. I had voice mod on, and I don't know if since it was like because StreamYard is like fucked up with noise as it is, and so it tries to like pick up whatever sound like what is more dominant or whatever. It's really annoying. So it could be that with voice mod being a factor, that could have been like fucking up the sound coming through my karaoke mic. Because Keanu didn't have voice mod on, and like she wasn't having as many issues with the mic cutting out or with the sound cutting out. And so I wanted to see if maybe this microphone and not having voice mod on, if that might be a better a better sound. Some of it is moving the mic around. So do you think that I just shouldn't use the karaoke mic and should just sing a cappella into just my microphone so I can like move around with the mic? Oh, my back. All right, let's finish up this chapter. Let's do this chapter real quick, or this paragraph. It would be possible to give other examples of societies in which there has been rapid change and or lack of close community ties without the kind of massive behavioral aberration that is seen in today's industrial society. We contend that the most important cause of social and psychological problems in modern society is the fact that people have insufficient opportunity to go through the power process in a normal way. We don't mean to say that modern society is the only one in which the power process has been disrupted. Probably most of it is, if not all civilized societies have interfered with the power process to a greater or lesser extent. But in modern industrial society, the problem has become particularly acute. Leftism, at least in its recent mid to late 20th century form, is in part a symptom of deprivation with respect to the power process. My karaoke mic cuts out too with no other mics. It's the way you hold it. Well, no, like I did not hear anything cutting out though. I didn't hear anything cutting out until I listened back. So like I heard my karaoke mic wasn't cutting out. The sound in StreamYard was cutting out. Go old school and use a megaphone. I do have one. This is why I wanted to do this offline. Need to see your computer settings and modify sound controls. Oh, geez. A project. Well, all right. I guess we don't need to do it then. What settings did you want to see? Do you want well, good news is I've been tinkering around with OBS, and let me tell you something. So if you want to stream on OBS and have like a panel on there, it's very early 2000s feeling. So it's like there's a like you can like create like a room or whatever what they call it on for OBS and invite people on and all that stuff. Like there's a way of doing it, but I have to play around with it so much to figure it all out. So perhaps especially if I want to have like other people joining for the karaoke parties, I'm going to have to like really get OBS, really get it, because I'm very familiar with it when it comes to doing like pre-recorded videos. I just haven't used it while streaming before. And so, and especially if you want to have like guests on, you have to do something. Yeah. You have to use like more than just OBS. What's OBS? OBS is just it's software. It's free software that you can use to record videos and to stream with. From what I gather with OBS is that it's just higher quality, but like, dude, like I was trying to get the like green screen settings like set up for the to do a stream. It was worse than when I was working with like in the very beginning. It's a computer engineering issue. Are you saying it's an operator error? Because let's be real. Yeah, that makes sense. Hold on a second. All right. DS, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Okay. All right. Okay. Sounds like an auctioneering issue to me. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so no, it's Windows is exclusive on resources. I don't know what that means, but that's all right. Okay, so wait, Windows locks the audio sources? Oh, Jesus criminy. Oh, you weren't here for my rant earlier. Good night, mister. So, in order to get StreamYard to even like acknowledge that this microphone was usable, I had to disable the mic on my camera and the mic on my earbuds in Windows. And I had to remove the other microphone that I was using altogether. Because at first, like in the control panel, I set this microphone as default, and I set my earbuds as default to hear. And then StreamYard refused to, like, it could, like in the drop tab when you're choosing your microphone, the option was there, but it wouldn't let me switch to it. And then, but the sources that it was allowing me to use weren't working. Like I would test out whatever microphone like that wouldn't pick up sound, and I would try to test out like what I was listening with, and it wasn't. The test wasn't playing through that speaker. So then I had to go through, and then in the control panel, I had to go disable speakers that microphones that I've never fucking used ever at all. In order, and then go back and make sure that this mic was set as the default microphone, in order to get StreamYard to let me use this as the microphone, as my microphone. So, and again, this is fucking insane. Like, because this problem started for me. I mean, it's not the first time that it started for me, but I was having that like same issue when I was trying to get ready for Simpcast. Fucking, I was early for Simpcast, and then I ended up being an hour late because of the StreamYard being a piece of shit for no fucking reason. I didn't change anything that night at all. Like StreamYard acknowledged all that shit on Friday night for the karaoke stream, and then Sunday night it was like, haha, LOL, never mind. So, yeah. My body hurts. Okay. So, that is that. I am very annoyed with a lot of stuff. But I'm going to go over, like, I don't know, some OBS like streaming tutorial shit and kind of get myself more familiarized with that, because I don't think that StreamYard deserves $45 a month for me if this is the kind of bullshit that I have to go through all the time. Honestly, McGuinevere, I don't know. I have no idea. I've never just only used YouTube for streaming, so I have no idea. It's just, I mean, it seems like a lot of other streaming services have a lot more options. I just don't know. Oh, you can't have guests when streaming just through YouTube. Maybe. I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. But oh well. I think that like, so with StreamYard, for instance, there's just so much personalization to it makes it like really easy to add a bunch of shit. Like this song we're listening to right now, this is a song that I like created, and it was very easy to add it to my little thing. My intros and stuff, my hold music. It was very easy to add. And I know with like OBS, you don't just have that stuff just stored right there in OBS. Like I have here, I could just go into the little brand option and just, I want to play that, right? Whereas with OBS, like you don't have that option. Like I would have to like go find it I think you can like keep it in sources. You would just have to keep it like muted or whatever, like collapsed, and then you can open it up. But it's just like it's not as like simple, I guess. When are you doing that show on bowling? What? Are you sure you're talking to me? You're not talking to me, are you? Did you hear about the guy that got into serious trouble streaming AI music and using bots? No. Like he was in trouble for streaming AI music? Well, StreamYard and Streamlabs are two different things. I think that they're really similar to each other though. Ugh. Oh, it hurts. I've been sitting too long. And I've been here for almost 4 fucking hours. How the hell did that happen? I'm back. You made my phone die. It was way too fun. Well, I'm glad you're having fun, DS, because this has been like a complete shit show. First criminal case involving artificially inflated music streaming. Okay. I am going. Man. Okay. Oops. I'm trying to write this down. Okay. Because I'm gonna have to dig into this at some point in time. I don't know when, but so I'm gonna have to go soon. I have to give the dogs their medicine. And I need to work out. I need to work out. What's his name again? Michael. Wait, you guys. Michael Smith, North Carolina. Let's see. When are you starting your sports judiciary show court on the court? That's I mean, that sounds friggin' hilarious. I don't know exactly how that's gonna work. Yeah, I don't know how I would function. I don't know what. I'm not good. What? I like that idea. It's just I'm stupid. That's what Zia does using Streamlabs by herself and then StreamYard when she has someone on. Interesting. He fraudulently streamed songs created with AI. Oh, holy shit. Smith still have millions in royalties that should have been paid to musicians. But if it's AI, then okay, this is getting weird. I'm so confused. Okay. This will have to be we're gonna have to deep dive this one tomorrow. It sounds like a winner to me. Court on the court it is. Excellent. Actually that sounds really funny. Like I could just So I mean would I just would we just talk about like legal shit in sports? Maybe. Yeah, we'll workshop this. He used bots. He used bots to boost the stream. Yeah, we're gonna have to deep dive this. We'll have to. I'm gonna need more time to really sort this shit out because I can't stay here much longer. Right? I have to work out. I need to give the dogs their medicine.
Um, yeah. Oh my god. Shit. Yeah, I do need to get going. I feel like I'm just like, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Help me. I don't know what to do. Okay. So right now, what I'm going to have to do, because, man. Ugh. Wait, Chris.
Something sounds off on what? What do you mean? So Chris, are we doing a harmonica song or a karaoke song? Because we you pointed out that I received money, but then we launched into the book, and I did not return the favor with a harmonica song. Or did I have I wait, did I do that before? I don't know anymore. Help me. Am I? I don't know what's going on anymore. I'll be honest. I don't. I'm just tipping to support you. Yeah, I know. But the thing is that when money comes in, I usually repay with a song of sorts. I sent you a Venmo, or I hope might have been a random person. Well, oh, wait a minute. Okay. Wow, that was a while ago. Okay. I found it. I found there's. It looks like I have a $20 hairs here saying "Keep up the good work." Thank you. This takes no effort at all because it's a shit show, you know. Well, I don't worry. I will not dox you. I figure if your name is not the same on Venmo as it is on YouTube, you don't want it to be you don't want it to be read. You don't want anyone to say. All right, well, let's get it. We got to bust out some harmonicas. Oh, sorry. So there's that. Get a ukulele. You know what? I'll add one to my Amazon wish list. Yeah. If we want a ukulele, that would be how's Penelope today? She's better, but she decided to interrupt with some of her hacking a little bit earlier, but I gave her some more medicine and it sounds like she's doing better. Something, yeah. Sounds like she's doing better. She's like I heard her clearing her throat out there a little bit, but she's like when she has a little coughing fit, it doesn't last as long and it's not repeated as much. So I think she is improving. All right. Okay, I can tell that I'm like losing my mind now. Like just so how it's going now. All right. So everybody, I do have 2 streams scheduled. I think one of them might end up being rescheduled. I have to just I have to DM Zia and figure out what the fuck's going on.
We'll see what the dealio. But anyway, look at my biceps. Yeah. Hopefully, ow. I got like a little too into it and like flexed extra hard for some reason because like it didn't like change my muscle at all. Anyway, I gotta work out so I can make my biceps bigger, and I'll keep you posted about Friday. But tomorrow we're gonna be hanging out again. So you people with your I didn't know or whatever. Yeah. I'm okay, hold on. Just what? Well, it probably would have helped if I just read that out loud. But the whole time I was reading it, I was like, I don't understand what's going on right here.
Oh my gosh, I don't understand anything. Okay, so I am going to leave now. Okay. Check my Discord for something. I don't know what, but check it anyway. Yeah, that's right. Bye. Yeah. Also, one last time before we go, thank you for the reminder. This is the Discord. Join the Discord. Like I was mentioned before, we're going to have, I'm going to have separate channels set up so that we can have a list of movie suggestions for movie watch along nights. And also a list of karaoke song requests for karaoke streams. And yeah, and all that. So I just created it like yesterday or whatever, the day before maybe. So it's still very bare bones at the moment, but soon we will have it kind of built up and you know, like actually usable. So it'll be good. It'll be a good time. So join the cool guy crew, and we will have more fun or something, and things and that. So stupid. Yes, tomorrow at 6 p.m. We're gonna be I'm gonna try and get this party started. We'll be like a pre-funk for nightlife. So that'll be fun. What are we gonna do? I have no idea. Maybe we'll read from Industrial Society in its future. Maybe we'll just try and not succeed. We'll find out. Need admin on Discord. I'm sure I do. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. This is, oh man, yep. Derailing fast. I know how to play this song.